presentation of Westwood One Sports. If it's Super Wildcard Weekend, it's on Westwood One.
Rudolph gets the ball. He throws quickly down the near sideline for Pickens. Caught it off the shoulder. Down the near sideline, 20, 10, and he high steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 66 yards on 3rd down and 1.
Barrios in motion to the left. Tagovailoa back to pass. Looking, throws left sideline. Intercepted. And that'll do it. The Buffalo Bills are going to win the AFC East. They will be the 2 seed in the playoffs. Taylor Rapp seals it with an INT of Tagovailoa.
By himself in the shotgun is Hurts. Looks into the nickel. They rush 5. He takes it. He'll run it himself. The 10, a block at the 5. Running into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Touchdown, Jalen Hurts.
Mayfield the shotgun. Play action. Pump fakes. Throws over the middle. And it's snatched out of the air for a touchdown for the Bucs. Chris Godwin had a defender on his back, 6 yards in the back of the end zone, and he reached around him, pulled it to his body for a Buccaneers touchdown.
Every postseason game.
The only thing matters is the win. That's it.
Until a champion is crowned.
However, whatever it takes.
The road to Super Bowl 58 continues.
Let's go, man.
Now, let's head to the stadium and join Tom McCarthy and Hall of Famer Tony Baselli.
We welcome you to Western New York for the start of Super Wildcard Monday and Game 1 of our NFL playoff doubleheader as the AFC East champion Buffalo Bills host the surprising Pittsburgh Steelers. Today's broadcast of the National Football League on Westwood One is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by AutoZone, by Granger, by Just Capital, by Wrangler, and by NFL.com. We welcome you, everybody, to Super Wildcard Weekend on Westwood One, the only network to broadcast every postseason game on the road to Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. I'm Tom McCarthy, along with Hall of Famer Tony Baselli and sideline reporter Ryan Leaf. Ryan will join us shortly from downstairs, as will Scott Graham from our studios. Later tonight on most of these same stations, capping Super Wildcard Weekend, it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But first, it's time for the Steelers and the Bills. Yes, more than 24 hours later than it was supposed to because of lake effect snow, which is still having an effect on the stands as the fans are still shoveling out spots where they're trying to sit. But there's no doubt, Tony, there'll be plenty of energy here at Highmark Stadium.
Well, Bills Mafia is unfazed by the weather, as I was told several times walking in with my Florida attitude saying how cold it was. These guys are amazing. I mean, they are such loyal fans, and yeah, they're digging through snow and trying to find their seats, but I think this place is going to be electric, and I think they are hopeful for arguably the hottest team in the NFL coming to the playoffs, definitely the AFC, the Buffalo Bills, to get it done today against the Steelers.
All right, so let's talk about these two teams. Both teams come in streaking. For the Bills, they were 6-6 at one point. They've won 5 consecutive games. Meanwhile, the Steelers have won 3 straight games. And although the Bills have Josh Allen, it seems like both teams have really leaned on the running game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think if you look at what happened after the Bills were 6-6, they were averaging about 28 carries a game. And then all of a sudden they got dedicated. And about 36, now they're averaging in the last 5 games 36 carries a game. Now that includes Josh Allen, who's a major contributor to the run game. He has 15 touchdowns on the year, but they have more balance. And I think they're still quarterback centric, but they got James Cook going, and he's had a great year on the ground, and he's a good receiver as well.
And the flip side for the Steelers, they would not be where they are right now if not for Najee Harris.
Well, their formula is really easy. They got this big offensive line who moves people, push people around. Broderick Jones, the rookie, came in at right tackle, mammoth of a man. They're not great pass blockers. They're adequate, but what they can do is run the ball. And Najee Harris, 3 straight years with 1,000 yards, 3 games in a row to end the season with over 104 touchdowns. And they're just saying, hey, we're not going to turn it over. Mason Rudolph come in, manage the game. He does a great job. No interceptions in his 3 starts. And we're going to run it and shorten the game and try to play defense, and it's worked so far.
All right, speaking of the Steelers, how will they be able to respond without T.J. Watt?
Well, I think it's huge. I mean, they drafted T.J. Watt in the first round in 2017. He has missed 11 games in his career. They are 1-10. This is the NFL sack leader. He is one of the most dominant pass rushers, but he's also very good against the run. And I think he is the emotional leader, especially for the defense. He's out with the grade 2 MCL sprain, and so they're going to have to find a way to contain. Arguably, it's either Mahomes or Josh Allen as the most dangerous players in the NFL. And Josh Allen not only beats with his right arm, and so if you do pressure him and you do get bodies around him, it's not over because he is a running back when he runs it. He's not looking to slide. He's looking to get first downs. He's looking to score. It's a huge test for the Steelers defense without their best player.
Well, it's going to be an interesting matchup between the Steelers and the Bills. Whose running game can establish itself? We'll find out. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
It's Mad Dog Unleashed with Christopher Mad Dog Russo.
Good afternoon, everybody!
Hear the passion.
Be aggressive. Get something done.
Hear the knowledge.
The game, folks, is about two plays. And that's what it comes down to.
Hear the personality.
I'm going to start here in an angry mood. Get somebody on the radio!
That has made him a sports talk legend.
Does that make any sense to you? Guys, you're crazy.
It's Mad Dog Unleashed with Christopher Russo. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82, or anytime on the Sirius XM app.
The NFL playoffs are here, and Sports Grid Radio has all the information you need to get the winning edge over the sports books.
There's been a ton of sharp money that's come in, dropped the line way down to as low as 4.
All the lines, odds, totals, and player props for every game, right up through the Super Bowl.
We're not dealing with a total 44.5, 45.5. We're in the mid-50s now.
When it happens in your favorite sport, it's covered on Sports Grid Radio.
I like the over, and I think they'll beat them by 11 or more.
Channel 159 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
This is Dave LaGreca, host of Busted Open, the #1 pro wrestling show in the world. Whether it's WWE, AEW, or TNA, the world of pro wrestling is the hottest it's ever been, and we cover it for you 7 days a week. If you follow daily or want to jump back in, Busted Open is the only place to hear the past, present, and future of pro wrestling only on SiriusXM Fight Nation, channel 156 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Breaking news here. You know who's retiring? Nick Saban. My goodness gracious.
When the sports world is talking, nobody gives you more perspectives than the experts of Sirius XM.
We are saying goodbye to the greatest college football coach this sport has ever seen.
Hear instant reaction on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
College football is going to be a lot worse off without Nick Saban.
An expert analysis on college sports radio.
This is huge news. This is something that is going to have a massive domino effect on college football.
Live sports talk when you need it is on Sirius XM in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Find out what channel your team is playing on by going to SiriusXM.com/sports.
Back here in Buffalo, where the sun has popped out on the far side of the football field, and that leads us to our weather report, sponsored by Prize Picks. Make this game even more exciting with Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Sign up now and make your picks right up to the fourth quarter. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions. Well, yesterday, a little different weather report than today. There were spots that received 31 inches of snow in this area of western New York. Right now at game time, temperatures are 11 degrees and depends on where you are from a weather standpoint, what the weather is like. Rye, what else you got down there, buddy?
Well, it depends on where you are. Definitely, you guys nice and safe in that warm booth. Me out here on the 50-yard line. You know, I don't think you could have asked for a better day of football, to be honest with you. They've cleared the field. It is sunny. It is clear. It is ready for any quarterback who loves to throw the football because your hand is so warm. And the ability to grip a cold football and whip it around, both these quarterbacks are going to be live today. As long as it doesn't blow, and it is not blowing inside the stadium right now. If gusts were to happen, that would present a problem, but that's about it. This is a football player's dream if you're a quarterback playing in some cold weather.
I like that. I like the fact that you're going against the thought of everybody else that you should throw it in days like this. Well, much more to come from Orchard Park as we approach kickoff between the Steelers and the Bills. But when we return, Scott Graham joins us from a Progressive Insurance Studios. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $750 on average. Call or click today. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Hey, Hey, it's Michael Fabiano. The playoffs are here. The stakes are higher than ever. And there's no better way to turn playoff football's big game energy into 100 times your money than Prize Picks. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less than their projection for a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. It's that easy. You could turn $10 into $1,000 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Get in the lab and cook up your winning entry. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks is matching your first deposit up to $100 when you download the Prize Picks app and use code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, she's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years of age and older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrysvo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Welcome back to our Westwood One studios as we get you ready for a third day of Super Wildcard doubleheader action. I'm Scott Graham. We begin today at Highmark Stadium, a day late, but not really $1 short. Because despite all the struggles during the regular season, the Buffalo Bills are right back where most people expected them to be. Division champs for a 4th straight year with a chance at multiple home games as they try for a Super Bowl appearance. That usually means the home field advantage, a distinct weather advantage too, but Bills head coach Sean McDermott told me this week it's not like that this time.
In normal situations, it is one of the reasons why we want home field advantage so bad and how that's so important to us. In this case, Pittsburgh being built the way they are and right down the road, I would say it's a little bit unique in that you've got 2 teams from the Northeast, 2 to 3 hours from each other, and Pittsburgh does play a pretty ground and pound type of game. So some would probably say it tilts the field in their direction a little bit. At the end of the day, it's going to be cold for us and cold for them, and it'll be a fun game to watch.
You look at this team that you're playing, and they have taken on a different kind of a feel than they had during a period of time in November and December where they simply just weren't playing very good football. And now the offense seems to be clicking in a lot of ways. The running game has come back. The defense is held together. What do you see from them on film?
I see a very well-coached team. I see a team that has come into their own like we have, and I see a team that's very physical at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and they've done a great job of playing efficient football. Not turning the ball over, getting takeaways, setting up themselves with good field position. And so they play a nice complementary game of football.
Your quarterback is otherworldly, and we've talked about this a number of times since he got there. Led the league this year in offensive yards, offensive touchdowns. And watching him sitting on a couch or sitting in a studio, it's always a delight because you're never really sure what's going to happen. Is it hard for him in a given situation, in a given play, to not try to be Superman when he actually is Superman?
I got to believe it is. I've never walked a step even in Josh Allen's shoes. But when you have those types of skills, trying to just be and do your 1/11th, it's got to be hard to manage, right? I never had that problem when I played sports. But with that comes a responsibility at the same time. And I think he's continuing to grow into those shoes.
This is what is normal now. The Buffalo Bills making the playoffs, the Buffalo Bills being division champions 4 times in a row. Could it have gone any better for you in terms of changing what this team is, not just to the NFL, but to the city of Buffalo?
Well, I'm extremely grateful for the honor to coach the Buffalo Bills, to come to Buffalo, not realizing when I was on the outside looking in the importance of the fit. It's really a blue-collar fan base, and that really fits how I was raised, just outside of Philadelphia. And, coming here in this 17-year drought that was going on at the time, and now 6 out of 7 years, I believe we've been extremely successful. We're still reaching for that one elusive trophy right now.
Sean McDermott's teams are 23-5 in December and January the last 4 seasons, but 3 of those 5 losses were postseason games that ended their year. A few weeks back, many people never expected the Steelers to be here, but disregard this team at your own peril. Mike Tomlin's a big part of the reason why, and we'll talk with the Steelers coach next. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Hey, college football fans, this is Jacob Hester. All season long, we followed the stars of tomorrow on College Sports Radio. Now we'll help you get ready for their next step, the 2024 NFL Draft. Every Thursday, check out a new episode of Draft Central on the SiriusXM app when Rhett Lewis interviews the top draft prospects as they work through the Senior Bowl, Combine, and ultimately wait to hear their name called in Detroit this April. Our team of experts on College Sports Radio gets you closer to the NFL Draft on SiriusXM Channel 84 and the SiriusXM app.
The end of an era in New England.
When the sports world is talking, nobody gives you more perspectives than the experts of SiriusXM.
It will be someone other than Bill Belichick along the sidelines.
Hear instant reaction on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
This is the single greatest run in the history of professional sports. It will never be duplicated.
And expert analysis on NFL radio.
24 years of sustained success. It was just magical.
Live sports talk when you need it is on SiriusXM in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Basketball season is heating up on NBA radio.
A spectacular move by LeBron James.
We break down the latest news every day.
It's unfair to sit there and be like, we're missing our best players. You got 2 other superstars.
And bring you the best games every night.
Tatum gallops into the paint and flushes hard with the right hand.
And in just a few weeks, hear wall-to-wall coverage from 2024 All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio Channel 86 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
NHL All-Star Weekend returns to Toronto, and SiriusXM NHL Network Radio brings you all the action.
Pass and a quick shot. Scores! Matthews!
Lost for Crosby for the HP. He's good! Hear conversations with all-star players and coaches. All-Star Media Day, player draft, skills competition, and play-by-play of the 2024 All-Star Game. 2024 NHL All-Star Weekend live. Beginning February 1st on NHL Network Radio, Channel 91 in the car, and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Find out what channel your team is playing on by going to SiriusXM.com/sports.
Welcome back to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to Progressive.com/careers and apply online today. We know by now that Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season as a head coach. Today goes up against his old William and Mary teammate Sean McDermott, trying for the Steelers' first playoff win since 2016. It's Pittsburgh's longest playoff drought since 1970, and they've got to go today without perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate T.J. Watt. I asked Mike this week if that means changing up the defensive scheme.
No question. I am open to that. You know, we live by a simple philosophy. If you got red paint, then you paint your barn red as an analogy. And obviously his presence is significant and his lack of presence is significant. And so we'll do what it is that we have to do. We'll cater our menu and our schematics based on the talent mix that is available to us. I just think that's a component of making up for the loss of a significant player, is not only the collection of people who have to absorb the role, but is what are we doing schematically to offset their absence.
You face a team that has an explosive offense, a unique starting quarterback who's capable of coming at you in a lot of different ways. As you take a look at this Bills team, what do you see on film?
You know, as you mentioned, I see a unique challenge from a quarterback perspective. I mean, Josh Allen's got 15 rushing touchdowns, not to mention, obviously, his passing talents, arm strength. That's why they're perennially kind of in this tournament, because of what they do and how they utilize his talent. And so in order for us to be successful, obviously it starts with working to minimize components of his game and identifying the appropriate time in which to do so. And and trying to stay ahead of it, if you will.
This is playoff football, and I thought you made a good point when asked about it. You've been playing basically what's the mental and emotional equivalent of playoff games now for 3 weeks in a row, but does something change in terms of the approach? Does anything change in terms of the emotion when you get to, okay, we win today or it's all over?
You know, again, because of our circumstance, we've kind of been in that mentality, and so, you know, hopefully there's something to be gained from that experience. We've also been in hostile environments. You know, a couple of weeks ago we were in Seattle, man. That place lived up to its reputation. And so, you know, we feel like we have a certain level of preparedness. Obviously, playoff football is playoff football, and so we respect that. But we feel that we are as prepared as we can be without experiencing it.
You are head coach in Pittsburgh for the Steelers. That is obviously going to be a microscope. There's a spotlight on it. Any head coach in the National Football League deals with a certain degree of this, but you're working for a storied franchise where all eyes are on you. And then you see reports coming out about the fact that, you know, you may not be back after the end of this year. How do you deal with that type of, for lack of a better way of putting it, noise in the middle of a prep week like this? And how do you compartmentalize that?
I don't deal with it on any level, to be quite honest with you. I've been on the job long enough that I realize how insignificant that is in terms of what's meaningful in my week. But I have the experience of 17 years on the job to draw from, and that's why it's important that I model that mindset, because oftentimes our players do not. And so they look to me in terms of when to be moved, how to be moved, and really as it pertains to those circumstances, things that have nothing to do with reality, it is a non-factor for me.
With Bill Belichick's exit from New England, Mike Tomlin's now the longest tenured head coach in the league, but his teams have lost their last 4 playoff games by a combined 54 points, allowing almost 43 points per game. As we continue a look back at the last time these teams met in the playoffs, you're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Chris Brockman here from the world-famous Rich Eisen Show, and the playoffs are now. The stakes are higher than they've ever been, and there's no better way to turn the playoff football's big game energy into 100 times your money than Prize Picks. Just select 2 or more players. Pick more or less their projection for a wide variety of stats and place your entry. Boom! It's that easy. You could turn $10 into $1,000 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Get in the lab and cook up your winning entry. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks is matching your first deposit of up to $100 when you download the Prize Picks app and use the code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Welcome back to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One. It's time for another memorable moment in football history, sponsored by Vicks Vapo Cool Drops.
Now we have the 2 tight end offense. Morris in the backfield at the 13. And here's a give to Bam Morris, slanting left to the 10. 5, broken tackle, touchdown, Pittsburgh! With 6:16 left, Pittsburgh increases their lead on a 13-yard run by Bam Morris, and it makes the score 32-21.
Legendary Jack Buck with a call on CBS Radio Sports. The Steelers knocked the Bills out of the postseason with a bam in their last playoff meeting 28 years ago, pulling away late to secure a 40-21 win in the divisional round. Pittsburgh was led by their bruising running back Byron Bam Morris, who ran for over 100 yards and a pair of fourth-quarter touchdowns in the win. Buffalo was also undone by committing 4 turnovers, including 3 Jim Kelly interceptions, as the Bills were bounced from the 1995 postseason, only a couple of years removed from their 4 consecutive Super Bowl appearances. Meanwhile, the Steelers' magic carpet ride would continue on 8 days later when they eked out a tight win against Jim Harbaugh and the Colts to advance to Super Bowl 30, where they came up short against the Cowboys. That's today's memorable moment in football history, sponsored by Vicks Vapo Cool Drops. Vaporize sore throat pain with maximum strength menthol and a rush of Vicks Vapors. I'll be back at halftime. We'll take a look ahead to Philly and Tampa Bay. But up next, we're going to rejoin Tom McCarthy and Tony Baselli at Highmark Stadium. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
For non-stop NFL talk, there's only one station for you, and that's Sirius XM NFL Radio.
You heard Lamar Jackson say when he first got drafted, they want to get to a Super Bowl. Not only do they want to get there, they want to get there and win.
Brock Purdy, he's the Rodney Dangerfield of NFL quarterbacks. He gets no respect. I don't know what more the guy has to do. His problem is he makes it look too easy.
The road to Super Bowl 58 is on Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
It's Mad Dog Unleashed with Christopher Mad Dog Russo.
Good afternoon, everybody!
Hear the passion.
Be aggressive. Get something done.
Hear the knowledge.
The game, folks, is about two plays, and that's what it comes down to.
Hear the personality.
I'm going to start here in an angry mood. Get somebody on the radio!
That has made him a sports talk legend.
Does that make any sense to you? Guys, you're crazy.
It's Mad Dog Unleashed with Christopher Russo. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82, or anytime on the Sirius XM app.
The NFL playoffs are here, and Sports Grid Radio has all the information you need to get the winning edge over the sports books.
There's been a ton of sharp money that's come in, dropped the line way down to as low as 4.
All the lines, odds, totals, and player props for every game, right up through the Super Bowl.
We're not dealing with a total 44.5, 45.5. We're in the mid-50s now.
When it happens in your favorite sport, it's covered on Sports Grid Radio.
I like the over, and I think they'll beat them by 11 or more.
Channel 159 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
This is Dave LaGreca, host of Busted Open, the #1 pro wrestling show in the world. Whether it's WWE, AEW, or TNA, the world of pro wrestling is the hottest it's ever been, and we cover it for you 7 days a week. If you follow daily or want to jump back in, Busted Open is the only place to hear the past, present, and future of pro wrestling, only on SiriusXM Fight Nation, channel 156 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Find out what channel your team is playing on by going to SiriusXM.com/sports.
Welcome back to Highmark Stadium as the fans continue to plow out the snow and get themselves ready for today's ball game between the Bills and the Steelers. Time now for Tony Baselli to tell us how each team can take control of this game. Tony's keys are sponsored by Empower. Take control of your financial future and empower what's next. Get your free dashboard at empower.com. All right, Tony, let's begin with the visiting Steelers.
Well, Tom, the weather's not going to be a major issue for the players. It is for the fans, as you just said, trying to find their seats in this snow. But the Pittsburgh Steelers come to this game 3 straight wins, and they've been doing it by running the ball with Najee Harris and that big offense line. They have to run it, and they have to stick to it. That's how they eat up the clock, shorten the game, keep Josh Allen on the sidelines. They can't afford to get in a shootout, and then defensively, they got to figure out the pass rush. No DJ Watt. They're only 1-10 since they drafted him in 2017. So big on Highsmith. Find a way to corral maybe arguably the hottest quarterback in the NFL, Josh Allen.
It's interesting because in yesterday's Packers-Cowboys game, the Packers took the football to begin the game, went down and scored, and sort of controlled the tempo that entire playoff game. How about the Bills?
Well, it's a great point. And what the Bills want to do is they want to get off to that fast start, because if this game gets into the fourth quarter tight, all the pressure is on their sideline because the Steelers weren't supposed to be here. They have nothing to lose. And I think the key is that defense for the Bills. They've been good. One of the better units. Sean McDermott took it over this year. They've done a good job. Make the Steelers one-dimensional and take away the big play. Pickens averages 18.1 a reception that led the NFL. Force Rudolph to create long drives to get the ball in the end zone. Force him to win the game, and I think that goes a long way. And then no gifts. I mean, the Bills are the better team. I talked about not giving up big plays. Be good on special teams. Force the Steelers to earn everything.
You'll be interested to see how the punters are going to handle today's game with the way the wind has been blowing as well. The opening kickoff between the Steelers and the Bills is coming up. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Hey folks, Rich Eisen here. Get ready because the football playoffs are here and the guys on my show are having a blast picking their teams and stats on Prize Picks. Plus, with basketball season going strong, they're able to pick combo projections across both sports. Join them on prizepicks.com/primetime. Easy gameplay and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what they tell me makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Brockman's loving that aspect. He's hooked. And all you need to do is visit prizepicks.com/primetime and use code primetime. That's code primetime at prizepicks.com/primetime for a first deposit match up to $100. Don't be left on the sideline this basketball season. Go to PrizePicks. Daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Back here at Highmark Stadium, Carl Cheffers has the captains out at midfield. He's about to do the coin toss, so here we go.
Opportunity to play today's Wildcard playoff game. The coin commemorates your achievement. The NFL logo is heads. The other side is tails. Pittsburgh gets to call the toss. They've called tails. It is heads. Buffalo's won the toss. We'll defer their choice to the second half.
All right, so Cameron Hayward made the call. He wanted tails. Let's check in with Ryan Leaf.
Thanks, Tom. We've seen a lot of teams take the ball right off the bat. Pittsburgh's probably a little happy they lost it. Their ability to go, if they can get out to a good start, rush the football, that's going to be the difference in this football game for the Steelers. Pretty impressed with this showing by the home crowd. With a couple of days of snow packed and put away and buttoned up, they're all out here sitting on snow piles, getting ready for a big playoff game.
No doubt about that. There are actually a lot of Steelers fans that are here, too. They made the 3 to 4 hour trip from the Pittsburgh area. The terrible towels are being whipped around on the far side of the football field. Steve Tasker, our old partner, is in the end zone to our right, trying to rile up the Bills faithful here, the Bills Mafia, who have been out since midnight last night trying to shovel the snow, not only in the seating area, but more importantly, outside the stadium. And I got to tell you, they did a heck of a job getting this stadium ready for today's ball game.
Tom, when we showed up here, it was blanketed white across all the seats. And even as the fans started coming in, you could not see the seats, the blue seats in several sections. And now looking out there, it is packed with Bills Mafia. Some Steeler fans kind of sprinkled in, and they were literally hand digging themselves into their seats. It was a remarkable thing. It speaks to the love and the fandom of these Bills, these Buffalo people here in New York. And you know what? This Bills team, the last 5 weeks, has given them their money's worth. 5-0 coming in, arguably the hottest team. You got the Steelers at 3-0. Mason Rudolph, Najee Harris have figured out a way to sneak in the playoffs. I think we're going to have a heck of a game today.
Tyler Bass has it teed up to our left of the 35-yard line. The Bills in the royal blue tops, the white bottoms, the white helmets are ready to go. The Bills and the Steelers for the fourth time in postseason history, and Warren takes it at the 10 on the far side. Crosses over to the 20, to the 25, middle of the field, and that's where he stood up and taken down by Ty Johnson. Oh, then he moved the pile up to the 30-yard line. So a few extra yards, and here comes Mason Rudolph. And as we said, Tony, he took over the starting duties 3 games ago, and he just hasn't made any mistakes.
Well, only 3 touchdowns, but the biggest statistic is what you just said. 0 interceptions. The formula for success is get behind this big offensive line, give it to Najee Harris, sprinkle in Jalen Warren, run the ball, control the clock, and keep Josh Allen on the sideline.
Harris is in the backfield by himself. Deontay Johnson goes in motion to the far side, so trips to the right. One back set, tight end left side of the offensive line. On first down from the 30, the pitch goes to Harris. Running left, tries to get through a seam, wrapped up and taken down after a gain of 1 yard. Russo and Oliver there to make the tackle for the Bills, so it'll be second down and 9.
Well, and the other thing to watch out for is Pickens. He has averaged 18.1 yards per catch this year, leads the NFL. The Bills are going to stack the box, play a lot of single high safety to stop Najee Harris. That means outside, you're going to get some one-on-one opportunities. Look for Mason Rudolph to look to him, I think, early to try to take a shot down the field.
Well, he's lined up on the left side. It's second down and 9. Warren is in the backfield. Man in motion off the play fake. Rudolph looking to throw. Dumps it off to Warren. Left side. Outside the numbers to the 35. Now to the 40. Stumbles across the 45 on the near side, and he's up close to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 16. Jordan Poyer made the tackle. They're going to need to do that, I think, a lot too, Tony. Those little screen passes.
Absolutely. Keep them off schedule. I mean, on their heels, that Buffalo defense. They got some good pass rushers. The Steelers' offensive line are not the best pass protectors are better in the run game. So that screen game, hopefully you can slow down the rush and set up big plays. Nice first down, second down screen to pick up the first down.
Rudolph will settle under center on first down from the 46. Harris is back in. In motion is Robinson. They hand it off to Harris over the block of his right guard. He's dragged down from behind, but he gained 2. It'll be second down at 8. What do you have, Ryan Leaf?
Well, you had a good point, Tony, about how quickly the defensive line's getting off the football. That allowed the offensive line to kind of fool him right there, make it look like run, turn around, get him the screen pass, and be one-on-one with the defender down the field. I expect a lot of screens and things to try to make the defense make some mistakes.
And Tom, it's off. And Ryan makes a great point. It's off play action pass, so they're faking the run to set up the screen. Keep that Bills defense off balance.
On second down, the ball at the 49-yard line. Harris in motion out of the backfield to the right. And the pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down. There's a whole bunch of guys, including Daquan Jones, who was in the area, and somebody got their hand on top of it and knocked it away. It'll be third down. Now, this is where the Steelers, 37% for the year on third down. It's manageable, but don't forget, the Bills' defense has been pretty good against the third down this year.
Yeah, Ed Oliver is the guy who inside who's really played well. 9.5 sacks this year. It's a career high, and he's been hot as of late. They got to identify him. He's going to line up at that left defensive tackle position in the 3 technique.
Play clock is down to 3. It's third down and 7. The ball at the 49. Rudolph looking to throw. Sets up in the pocket. Throws to the far side. Overthrows his tight end, Freiermuth. It'll be incomplete. It'll be fourth down. And the Bills' defense is able to stand firm. And the Steelers will be forced to punt.
Right. That's big. We saw that we saw yesterday's game when Green Bay went to Dallas. What was key in that game? It was the fast start by the Packers. It put the Cowboys, big favorite, on their heels early. And that's what the Steelers wanted to do. But the Bills do a great job after giving up the one first down on the screen to Warren. They stiffened their necks, got the stop, and now they're going to get Josh Allen the football.
Harvin on to punt the ball away. It's an end-over-end punt. He changes his style. Deontay Hardy comes up and makes the fair catch at the 21 on the near side, and the Bills will get it on offense after a 30-yard punt. The kicking game is going to be important today. No score. The Steelers go out on their first drive. The Bills will get it back when we return. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Breaking news here. You know who's retiring? Nick Saban. My goodness gracious.
When the sports world is talking, nobody gives you more perspectives than the experts of Sirius XM.
We are saying goodbye to the greatest college football coach the sport has ever seen.
Hear instant reaction on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
College football is going to be a lot worse off without Nick Saban.
An expert analysis on college sports radio.
This is huge news. This is something that is going to have a massive domino effect on college football.
Live sports talk when you need it is on Sirius XM in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Get closer to the game of golf with PGA Tour Radio on Sirius XM. Hear live coverage of the biggest tournaments.
Jon Rahm becomes the 4th Spaniard to win at Augusta.
Interviews with the legends of the sport, like Tiger Woods.
I've gotten stronger. I've gotten better.
And tips from our experts to improve your own game.
You'll learn to make great contact.
Experience the world of golf on PGA Tour Radio, Channel 92, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Sunday, February 18th, the Daytona 500 is coming to SiriusXM NASCAR Radio.
Daytona 500, baby!
The most revered race of the year.
Let's go!
Starts a new season of NASCAR.
It has this aura about it. How you race is going to be different.
40 drivers, unlimited excitement.
Charging to the inside!
And one place to hear all the action.
SiriusXM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90.
In the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Let's go, boys!
Don't miss MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training beginning in late February. When the football season blows its final whistle, it's baseball's time to shine. Tune in as we visit with all 30 teams on site across Arizona and Florida. Hear from the star players, managers, and front office executives. MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training begins in late February on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Tom McCarthy and Tony Baselli here in the Grainger broadcast booth at Highmark Stadium. Tackle your to-do list with Grainger. From locker rooms to plant floors, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Scoreless ball game. Bills getting it for the first time, led by Josh Allen, the 27-year-old out of the University of Wyoming. He's got James Cook in the backfield, moving from left to right. In motion to the far side is Shakir. He lines up in the slot, one receiver to the right. Steelers showing blitz with Eric Rowe on the near side. Rowe's an amazing story. Allen to throw on first down. Quick slant. He's got Shakir. Diving catch close to the 25. It'll be second down and 5. And I wonder, Ryan mentioned during his pregame hit, that if it were him as a former quarterback, he would throw a lot. You wonder how much Allen will throw early on in this game.
Well, of course Ryan's going to say that. He's a quarterback. They always want to throw the ball.
Right, and offensive linemen want to run the ball.
Yeah, let's run the ball. It's a big battle on the sideline. Quarterback wants to throw. We big guys want to run.
Second down and 5. Dawson Knox gets in motion to the far side. He's healthy again, which is important for the Bills. Diggs comes in motion to the near side. The handoff to Cook, running to his right, over the block of his right tackle, and he moves the pile up to the 29-yard line. Benton came in to make the tackle. It's a gain of 4. It'll be third down and 1.
Yeah, a couple things. The Bills are going to run a lot of 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 3 receivers. They're going to hurry up on this third and short.
Yeah, it might be Josh Allen just keeping it himself. He will. They push him from behind, and he dives over his left guard, and he's right at the first down marker. It's going to be close. James Cook shoved him, and they just signaled first down. He shoved him at the end, which I don't know if that helped or not because Allen's so big.
I'll tell you what, the Steelers did a great job up front getting penetration and stacking up that offensive line. He barely got it.
He's so good at it, though, because of his size at 6'5", plus that offensive line, which is so good. Dawkins, McGovern, Morse, Torrance, and Brown across from left to right. It'll be first down just outside the 30. No score. Opening quarter. 10:59 to play in the first quarter. The motion is Isabella, just activated today. Off the play fake to him. Allen looking to throw. Has time. Comes to the near side. Pass is caught. Kincaid, the tight end on the right sideline, is able to grab it out of the hands of Eric Rowe. What a pickup he was in the draft. It's a 21-yard gain out to midfield.
Well, Eric Rowe has great coverage. He is in his hip pocket, and Josh Allen just throws a dime on a little kind of outcut corner route and just over the shoulder, and Kincaid goes up and gets it.
It almost looked like how C.J. Stroud was throwing it the other day for the Texans. On first down, Diggs is in motion to the far side. Trips to the far side. Allen, quick dump off to the left side for Diggs. Diggs has blockers. Outside the numbers to the 45 of Pittsburgh. Down to the 40-yard line. It's a quick gain of 10 before he's wrapped up and taken down, and they'll move the chains again.
Yeah, that's almost like a run play. Just get the ball out, get Diggs in space. You have nice blocking up in front of him. Dawson Knox has the key block there, and then Diggs gets north and south. Diggs, another really good year, but his lowest of his career per game average of just over 69 yards a game receiving ball.
Bunch formation to the right. They hand it off to Cook, who starts left, cuts back right, outside the hash mark on the far side. Minka Fitzpatrick grabs him and then drags him to the 35-yard line, but they'll stop him with forward progress at the 36. TaxSlayer gives you the power to claim your tax breaks and get you max refund. Guaranteed. Level up your tax filing game this year and file fearlessly at TaxSlayer.com.
Yeah, big Spencer Brown, I think it was, grabbed James Cook and started tugging him forward, but the officials had blown the play dead, and so they're not going to get the extra yard or two Preston Brown helped them with.
Second down and 6. They need to get to the 30 of Pittsburgh for a first down. Again, no T.J. Watt, who's out with the MCL injury. Allen dumps it off underneath to Diggs. Diggs corrals the football inside the numbers on the right side and gets down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 12 before he's wrapped up and taken down by Michael Walker. Also in there was a Landon Roberts, who's the leading tackler for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's first down to the 24-yard line. 8th play of the drive coming up.
Yeah, and the Steelers are going to play more zone than anything, and that's just a stick route. And Diggs is going to sit right in front of the coverage. Easy pickup, easy throw for Josh Allen.
Bunch formation to the left, tight to the line. On first down, they give it to Cook, running to his right. Cook inside the 20, cuts to his left to the 15, and he's down to the 12-yard line before Eric Rowe takes him down. It's a gain of 12, and right now, the Bills are able to do anything they want against the Steelers' defense.
Well, it's a problem when they're balanced and when they get the run game going. James Cook over 1,000 yards this year. Really good running back. You see it right there, inside zone. Nice cut right up the middle of the field. And when he's going, and you got Josh Allen back there, they're impossible to stop.
And again, they're playing without Gabe Davis, who's such an important piece to the wide receiving puzzle, but he's out with an injury. 2 receivers left. They give it to Cook, running left, and Cook goes down inside the 10 along the hash mark before he goes into a pile and is taken down. It's a gain of 3 yards. Benton was there to make the tackle for the Steelers.
Well, and this is where the Steelers just got to stiffen up a little bit, because we saw last night when the Rams playing the Lions, the Rams moved the ball up and down the field between the 20, but they got into the red zone, settled for 3 field goals, and that's why the Lions won. And that's what the Steelers, you gave up a bunch of yards, they're in the red zone, get a stop, force a field goal, and you're okay.
5th best red zone defense in the National Football League. It's 2nd down from the 9-yard line. Allen looks to his left, throws to his left, has Dawson Knox wide open. Touchdown, Bills. It's a 10-yard pass to the left, and Buffalo, celebrating with snowballs in the air, takes a 6-0 lead.
Well, there's plenty of snow in the stands. I mean, looks like snow bombs going off. They're throwing them all over the field, and Dawson Knox just working the left side, and a little bit of confusion in coverage. The Steelers get out of sorts, and Knox is all by himself. And you see the frustration out of Patrick Peterson looking around, arms extended, going, who the heck's covered him? Because he's wide open. 6
postseason touchdowns now for Knox, who jumped into the stands after he caught it. The point after is a bullet, and it's good. And it's 7-0 Buffalo after a 10-play drive here in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet on the BetQL Network, weekdays 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is the BetQL Network?
The BetQL Network is where the smartest sports betting talk meets the most entertaining sports betting talk. We call it Wagertainment.
Not bury the lead here. Folks, Jenks is 7-0 this week.
I love ugly football.
This is so degenerate. Is this a live betting game?
Listen to the BetQL Network anywhere and anytime on the new and improved Odyssey app, or watch us on twitch.tv/BetQL, presented by the King of Sportsbooks, BetMGM.
KFC brought its 2 for $5 chicken wraps back. And there's even new mac and cheese, spicy mac and cheese, and honey barbecue chicken wraps, in addition to the classic and spicy slaw. We'll say it again. You can get any 2 of KFC's 5 craveable wraps for just $5. The perfect snack or lunchtime treat now comes wrapped in a pillowy tortilla. It doesn't get any better or more snackable than that. Get yours now before they're gone. It's finger-licking good.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
From now through Super Bowl 58, stream the NFL on Westwood One for free. Sponsored by AutoZone. You can listen to our broadcast of the NFL live on WestwoodOneSports.com, on the NFL app, by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports, or on our affiliate station's digital platforms. AutoZone has free battery testing and charging. That's right, get your battery tested and charged for free. Make AutoZone your end zone. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Restrictions do apply. We're thankful that Ryan Leaf was able to turn our buddy Dave's car on last night, because we were a little worried about his battery in the parking lot of the hotel, because it was quite nippy here in Buffalo the last couple of days.
Yeah, it was cold, but the car worked just fine. I got to the Anchor Bar, got some buffalo wings.
Oh, you went out and got them last night.
Went out. You know, I braved the elements.
Yeah, well, you do anything for wings.
Buffalo wings in Buffalo? Absolutely.
It's 7-0 Bills with 7:02 to play in the first quarter. I was wondering why Dave Hagan's car was not filled with snow this morning when I was clearing mine off. Bass will kick it off. Warren and Igwe are back deep to receive for the Steelers. This is a sidewinder, but it's going to take off and go down to the back of the end zone. Speaking of down, let's go down on the field with Ryan Leaf.
Thanks, Tom. You know, we were talking with Joe Brady, interim offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills before the game. He kind of went through what his opening script would be with me, and I told you what I said.
Yeah.
They were going to throw the football, and that's exactly what they did. Josh Allen's used to this kind of weather. The ball feels like an absolute missile in his hand right now. He proved it. So accurate on that first drive.
5 for 5 for 56 yards. And now Mason Rudolph brings the offense up to the line of scrimmage to the 25-yard line, going from right to left. Harris in the backfield. A receiver to the far side. Tight ends, 2 of them on the left side. They hand it off to Harris, and Harris plows through the middle and gets stood up after a gain of 2. There was a lot of help there from a defensive standpoint for the Bills, who are without Tyrell Dotson, who's out with a shoulder injury. That hurts from a linebacker standpoint, but they've got a lot of other pieces.
Well, they've had all kinds of injuries on the defensive side. You talk about linebackers. Matt Milano got hurt early, and he was one of the leaders of this defense. And Tre'Davious White had the Achilles. They're one of their best corners. So this Buffalo defense has done a great job without a number of their stars.
Second down and 8. In motion is one of the tight ends, Washington to the right side. They hand it off, and they plow it to the right side. Up to the 30-yard line is Harris. It's a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 5. A couple of guys came up, including Balen Spector, to make that tackle for the Bills.
Well, Isaac Salamolo is going to pull left to right, and they're trying to kick out the end. He's trying to get up on the backer, but there's just all kinds of traffic, and Najee Harris just has nowhere to go. And this is the situation that the Steelers want to stay out of.
Right.
Even though it's 3rd and medium, not terrible, but this crowd's loud, and they're having some communication issues right now on the Steelers offense.
Warren in motion first, then Freiermuth in motion second. And Rudolph looking to throw. Throws to his right. It sails. His intended receiver was Deontay Johnson. It went out of bounds. Johnson was doing something other than what Rudolph wanted. It'll be 4th down, and the Bills will get it back.
Well, this is exactly how Sean McDermott wanted to draw this up. Get the fast start. They got off the field after they deferred, got a score, got a touchdown, got the lead, and then now get a 3 and out. This Steelers team is now behind the 8 ball a little bit. They're not built to come back. And so this is a huge drive right here.
Hardy comes up. The ball is going to be short. It bounces at the 33, takes a Steelers bounce inside the 30, and will roll to the 27 before it eventually, well, maybe the 26 before it eventually is stopped. A 43-yard punt with a lot on the ground. It's 7-0 Buffalo. 5:21 to play here in the first quarter. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Welcome back. All right, Jimmy, our Army veteran, for $400. Are you ready to answer the next question?
Actually, I'm good.
Huh?
Well, I already earn and save $473 a year on average with Navy Federal Credit Union. So, yeah.
All members of the armed forces, all veterans, and their families can earn and save more every year with a Navy Federal membership. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Dollar value based on the 2022 Navy Federal member giveback study.
Attention, attention. I'm calling on the trendsetters and the underdogs, the disruptors and the slept on, the ones who have been told they're too much. Welcome to NFL Flag. In this game, there's a position for everyone. No matter who you are, just bring it. Get ready to run, throw, jump, and fly. This game is our game. Let's play. Visit NFLflag.com to find a league and get playing today.
What does it feel like to file with TaxSlayer and get your guaranteed maximum refund? It feels like the last level of a video game, facing off against the final boss who stands between you and your refund.
All your refund has belonged to me.
Using the power of TaxSlayer like a secret power-up he doesn't see coming.
Only the most tax-confident can defeat me.
Throwing your laptop at his video game face and watching him crumble into a giant pile of shiny coin tax refund.
Oh, not fair. You use TaxSlayer.
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
You can catch The Rich Eisen Show every weekday from 12 until 3 Eastern Time on many of these same stations. And be sure to look out for 2 new podcasts from Rich Eisen Podcasts. All the NFL hot takes you can handle on Overreaction Monday. And each Tuesday, download What the Football with Susie Schuster and former Raiders CEO Amy Trask. Get them wherever you get your podcasts. Hello, with Tony Baselli and Ryan Leaf. I'm Tom McCarthy here in Buffalo, a day later than we were supposed to be, but certainly the energy we anticipated. And the Bills lead it 7-0 thanks to a 10-play, 80-yard drive, and now they'll get it back with 5:21 to play in the first quarter. taking on a Steelers team that they have faced 3 other times in the postseason. And if this is an omen, if you want it to be an omen for folks, every time the winning team in those other 3 won, they went on to the Super Bowl.
Well,
I don't know if that'll happen, but you'll see.
Both these teams would take that right now, wouldn't they?
First down from the 27-yard line, moving from left to right from the far hash mark. Diggs in motion to the near side. Allen is under center, a little shifting by the Steelers defensively. They're showing blitz, and here it comes off the play fake. Allen looking to throw. Allen looking to the near sideline for Diggs, and it's out of his reach, and it goes out of bounds. That shows you the arm strength of Allen, though, to throw it across the field like that and have that much on it.
Oh, he is remarkable. And this time the Bills came out in 12 personnel, so they got 2 tight ends out there. So you're getting regular personnel on the defensive side. The Steelers go man. You got Joey Porter Jr. locked up with Stephon Diggs, and it's just a comeback. And it's good coverage, not great. There's separation there, but the ball is just wide right and off target.
Ty Johnson out of the backfield, comes in motion to the near side of the field. Here comes the blitz from the Steelers. Allen doesn't see it. He breaks away from it, rolls to the near side, pumps. Now he'll run, pumps again, and he dives forward. Eric Rowe eventually made the tackle, but he certainly made something out of nothing. That's a gain of 9 yards. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, Patrick Peterson's going to come off the right side of the offense unblocked. And probably every other quarterback's going down right there. But Josh Allen is so big, you're right, he doesn't see it till late, but he just kind of takes a little sidestep, and Peterson tries to arm tackle him, but Josh is just too big, and then you watch how he finishes the run. He's not sliding. He's trying to get to the sticks and comes up just short.
Latavius Murray comes in motion into the backfield. First rep for him today. It's 3rd down, a little more than 1. Allen looking to throw out of the gun. Throws left, and he throws it past the hands of a diving Dalton Kincaid. And it'll be 4th down, so the Steelers' defense is able to stand firm.
Well, really, they stand firm because Josh Allen, who was so accurate on the first drive, 5 for 5. This time misses back-to-back receivers where if he's on target, they're first downs. And so the Steelers will take it, and that was important. I don't think they could afford to go down 2 scores this early. They're just not built to win a high-scoring game.
Calvin Austin is back deep to receive. He's over on the near side of the field. That's because in this direction, that's the way the football has been going, and he catches it out of bounds just for practice sake at the 18-yard line. A 47-yard punt by Sam Martin. We've got a timeout. 4:21 to play. First quarter. It's the Bills 7, the Steelers nothing. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
As the world keeps changing, so does COVID-19. That's why this season's COVID-19 shots have been updated. They're designed to help protect against recent variants. Learn more about a COVID-19 vaccine option at scheduleacovidvax.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Finding quality candidates for your small business is no little league game, but Indeed can help you cover all your hiring bases. Their all-in-one hiring platform has smart tools to help you attract, screen, and hire quality candidates. And they don't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. Nix the hassle. Start hiring. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit to expand your team today.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm personal price plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this message Mateo left.
Jake from State Farm, you should know orange juice commercials make me cry. I feel bad for the oranges.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
As the world keeps changing, so does COVID-19. That's why this season's COVID-19 shots have been updated. They're designed to help protect against recent variants. Learn more about a COVID-19 vaccine option at scheduleacovidvax.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood 1, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 58.
Touchdown! The road to Super Bowl 58 is on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Here, and the road to Super Bowl 58 starts right now. Super Wildcard Weekend presented by Verizon. It's been heating up all weekend long. The action continues with two more games, one more game later today. Visit NFL.com/schedule for more info. Steelers take over, down 7-0, 4:21 to play here in the first quarter. Bills showing blitz. Rudolph rolls the pocket to his right, throws to his right. Pass is complete to Pickens, who fumbled the football. It's picked up by the Bills, but was he down? Nope, they're going to say incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't think he ever controlled it.
Incomplete pass. Second down.
It's a little sprint to the right, out route by Pickens. And as he's turning... Oh, boy.
I don't know.
Now, but the question was he down by contact? I'd like to see that again because I think his knee might be on the ground. It's really close.
Because he did have it. He just didn't take a step. He dove forward instead.
Yeah.
And here comes the challenge flag by the Bills and Sean McDermott.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it. He's not down by contact. No, his knee, his shin, nothing but his feet. He has a hand down, which is fine. He's lunging forward as he's turning up. He has the ball. He does not take a step. Will they consider that a football move?
That's what I was thinking, too. Bernard recovered it, by the way, for the Bills, and that's the big-time part of the story.
Challenging the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass. We'll review the play.
Thank you, Carl Cheffers. This Close Shave Instant Replay review is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Choose Barbasol for a thick lather and close, comfortable shave. Barbasol, the American original for over 100 years. Better by Barbasol. 7-0 Buffalo. Could be an important part of this game here in the first quarter. Steelers have it, but they're reviewing a potential fumble. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood 1.
As the world keeps changing, so does COVID-19. That's why this season's COVID-19 shots have been updated. They're designed to help protect against recent variants. Learn more about a COVID-19 vaccine option at scheduleacovidvax.com. Sponsored by
Jackson Hewitt has a plan to get your tax refund fast. With a buck here, buck there. Here a buck, there a buck, everywhere a buck.
You don't have to wait weeks for your tax refund. Get money sooner with a no-fee refund advance loan at Jackson Hewitt.
On this loan, there's a money today guarantee. E-I-E-I-DO.
Don't settle for chicken feed. Get fast bucks at Jackson Hewitt today. No-fee refund advance loans by Republic Bank offered to eligible clients. Money today guarantee if approved for a loan on a prepaid card. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
As the world keeps changing, so does COVID-19. That's why this season's COVID-19 shots have been updated. They're designed to help protect against recent variants. Learn more about a COVID-19 vaccine option at scheduleacovidvax.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Buffalo wins the challenge. They will not be charged with a timeout.
Well, you heard the end of it. Carl Cheffers said that the receiver did complete the catch, and the ball was knocked loose by Taron Johnson and recovered by the Bills. So now snowballs again go flying in the air because the Bills will take over on the Steelers' 29-yard line. Could be a huge turn in this game, and we're only in the first quarter.
Well, that's the one thing that the Steelers just could not afford. You're playing against the hottest team in the NFL. You know they can score points with that offense. And you really haven't done anything in the first 2 drives. You go out, first down pass. I like that. But now you turn it over, in your own territory, you're giving the Bills a short field and putting all kinds of pressure on this defense.
Second fewest turnovers in the National Football League for the Steelers this year. It's first down from the 29 of Pittsburgh. Allen out of the gun in an empty backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. The Steelers showing blitz. Allen drops back to pass, looking for it all toward the end zone. Caught! Middle of the field. Dalton Kincaid right through the end zone. Touchdown Bills. They strike quickly and lead it 13-0 with 4:10 to play here in the first quarter.
Well, as he's just working the seam, and Miles Jack, who's brought up from practice squad, has been a practice squad elevation guy a couple times this year. He's trying to carry Kincaid, and he's behind by at least 3 steps, and that's a rifle shot by Josh Allen. He was inaccurate on the last drive on 2 throws.
Perfect.
That one was perfect.
Tyler Bass on for the point after to make it 14-0. Good snap, good hole. Kick is on its way, and it is good. It's 14-0 Buffalo. Ryan Leaf, are you avoiding some of the snowballs being thrown in the air?
I am avoiding them, yes, but what Pittsburgh isn't avoiding is what those middle linebackers are having trouble with, and it's the 2 tight ends. This is perfectly orchestrated. You get a 1 high safety, and you run 4 verticals. You just look them off. If you take a look at what Josh Allen was able to do there, he just looked off that safety. Safety went away the other way, and then Miles Jack just gets beat down by the field by these 2 great tight ends, and Knox and Kincaid, and early on, 2 touchdowns for Josh Allen.
Hey, Ryan, how impressed were you with that catch by Kincaid? I mean, he had to go over, go up a little bit to make that grab. I guess it was easy when he was that open.
Well, being that open, but he's a hybrid tight end. I covered him at Utah his entire career there. He's a guy that could probably line out, split out as a wide out, and Josh Allen knows that. He put it perfectly on the money for the touchdown.
Well, and Ryan makes a great point. I mean, it's 4 verticals, single high. That means Miles Jack, the linebacker, has got to carry that route. But here's the reality. The Steelers have had all kinds of injuries at middle linebacker. That's why Miles Jack was just signed a handful of weeks ago to the practice squad, and they've had to elevate him.
Out of retirement in November. Here's the kickoff. It's going to go over the head of Warren and out of the back of the end zone. Steelers will take over down 14-0. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on Fox next week when the Green Bay Packers meet the San Francisco 49ers in the divisional playoffs. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL playoffs on Fox. You can also hear that game right here on many of these same Westwood One stations on the NFL app or online at westwoodonesports.com. All right, so Tony, give me an idea. Do they change the game plan, the Steelers down 14-0?
No, I mean, listen, there's still a ton of football left. I mean, we're still in the first quarter. So if you go down and score here, it's a 1-possession game. The one thing I'd like to see them do, like they are right now, you're in big people, throw on first down, take a shot outside. You know you're going to have single high safety.
Warren's in the backfield. They hand it off to him. He starts right, cuts back left. Not much is there. He was hit in the backfield by Bernard, and that slowed him up. He might have gotten 1. Rousseau made the tackle for the Bills. It'll be second down and 9.
I mean, right there is a perfect picture. I mean, you have probably 10 Bills within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, and the majority, 8 at least, are within 5 yards. They are stacking the box. You have single coverage outside. You have to go win outside. You have good receivers. Johnson and Pickens both could win one-on-one. Early downs, I bring big people in and take a shot.
Johnson goes in motion to the far side slot. Out of the gun. Rudolph looking to throw. Swatted at the line of scrimmage by Ed Oliver. And kicked away. It'll be third down and 9. And Oliver comes out of the pile waving his arm.
Yeah, Oliver does a great job. We talked about 9.5 sacks this year. He's been hot down the stretch, really doing a good job. This time he's stacked up. He doesn't get any rush, and he realizes he can't get there. So now he just kind of stands there, starts mirroring Rudolph, watching his eyes, and goes up with that big right arm and knocks it out of the air.
Third down and 9 from the 26-yard line of Pittsburgh. Warren comes in motion in the backfield and then settles to the left of Rudolph. Out of the gun is Rudolph, takes the low snap, drops back to pass, throws right, pass is deflected and dropped by Pickens. It was deflected by Bernard at about the 33-yard line. It's incomplete, even though the Bills are running it back into the end zone. Micah Hyde said, I might as well pick it up and go. It'll be fourth down.
Well, he's trying to get it to Pickens right in between the safety level and the linebacker level. But Bernard does a great job of getting his depth. He gets depth on his drop, and then his length as he goes up high gets just enough of the football to let that thing float in the air, and nobody can get to it.
Hardy on the punt, and it was nearly blocked, but it was off the side of his foot, end over end, and Hardy will come up and make the fair catch at the 44-yard line on the near side, and that's where the Bills will begin. It's just a 30-yard punt. Again, the punt team, it's going to weigh heavy today, and it certainly has for the Steelers. Buffalo 14, Pittsburgh nothing. 3:12 to play, first quarter. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Wake up not knowing what you want? Now you can have a little of everything. With Wendy's Breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can mix and match your very own perfect pairing of our delicious morning favorites. Choose from the sausage biscuit, egg or cheese biscuit, small Caesar potatoes, or medium hot coffee. The choice is all yours, not somebody else's. Get breakfast just the way you want it with Wendy's Breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles today. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
But that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
A reminder that Westwood One is the only place for exclusive audio coverage of every NFL postseason game, from the Wildcard round all the way to Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. The NFL playoffs are on Westwood One. Log on to WestwoodOneSports.com for more details and to listen to the live stream for free. Buffalo offense so far, 14 plays, averaging over 8 yards per play. Meanwhile, the Steelers are averaging just under 3 yards per play. And Buffalo leads at 14-0. They'll begin at the Bills' 44-yard line. Knox in motion to the near side. 2 receivers left. Cook is in the backfield. Now Diggs goes in motion to the far side. They dump it off to Diggs to the left. Outside the numbers. Breaks a tackle. Cuts to his right and then falls down. He may have lost a yard on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Good pursuit by the Steelers secondary to try to slow him up and take him down.
Yeah, Eric Rowe does a great job. He's the first one to get in there, and you have Eric Rowe and Sullivan both. They get the penetration. They don't bring down Diggs, but they slow him down enough to allow the rest of that Steeler defense to rally.
They're going to say that he got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Cook's in the backfield. Now he's in motion. Allen drops back to pass. Looks to his left, throws left, and his pass is dropped by Kincaid, his tight ends. It'll be 3rd down. Rowe was in on the coverage, and Kincaid is a little slow to get up.
Well, the pressure comes from Cameron Hayward, the longtime veteran.
Yeah.
He's right in that. He wins immediately at the line of scrimmage, and he forces Allen to rush that throw. He hurries it. He still hits Kincaid. Kincaid could have caught that, but just can't come up with it. Nice physical play by that Steelers secondary to come up and hit.
Hayward, 13th year out of Ohio State. On 3rd down and 10 from the 44. Allen from the gun throws right for Cook, and Cook is slowed and then tripped up in the backfield by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He lost about 5 on the play, maybe officially 4. We'll see where they spot it, but that's a big-time play by a perennial All-Pro.
Well, Fitzpatrick's missed quite a few games this year with a couple of injuries, but he's healthy, and when he is, he's one of the best safeties in all football. I mean, he reads it from the start. They're going to motion Cook out, and they're just trying to get the ball to him in space, even make a couple guys miss. But Fitzpatrick, dead sprint from the snap, sees it, reads it, and comes up and makes the tackle.
Sam Martin on the punt. His hand warmer is about 4 yards behind him. He'll take the snap and let it go. Back deep to receive is Calvin Austin. This is a beauty of a punt. A fair catch is called at the 7-yard line. Actually, looks like they'll mark him at the 8-yard line on the near side of the field. It's a 52-yard punt. Going left to right is certainly an advantage for the kickers. Let's check in with Ryan on the sidelines.
Thanks, Tom. Yeah, offensive coordinator was really in the ear of the offensive lineman during that last possession. They know that they can't keep putting the defense out there time after time without extending the drive. If they cannot turn this into some points, it could be a long day because the defense can't make stops every single time out there, as we've seen already early on.
Yeah, Eddie Faulkner took over for Matt Canada. Mike Sullivan is the play caller for the Steelers. Both teams have had a change in the offensive coordinator position this year. Joe Brady took over for the Bills. It's first down officially from the 8-yard line. In motion is Hayward, the tight ends. Off the play fake, Rudolph from his end zone throws to his left, and Freiermuth makes the leaping grab on the near sideline, and he rumbles up across the 40. He fumbled the football. He fumbled across the 45. It was recovered by the Bills. But were they inbounds when they recovered it? That's the key. No signal yet from the officials.
A lot of conversations going on by those officials. I'd like to see that again. Freiermuth catches the ball, and as he turns up the field.
Holding on the field is a fumble forward and out of bounds. The ball will be returned to the fumbling spot. First down.
Well, I want to see that because, first of all, does the ball come out before Freiermuth hits the ground? We're looking at the replay right now.
That ball's recovered.
The ball's recovered inbounds. And so Sean McDermott is going to throw the flag.
Spector recovered it, by the way, for the Bills as Freiermuth dove forward. Again, he's won one challenge already today.
Well, I'd like to see the full play. We have not seen the replay.
Here it comes. Yeah,
there's the flag.
Yep.
And so we'll get another chance to look at this. Two questions are. One, was Freiermuth down by contact because he gets undercut.
Challenging the ruling on the field that the ball was not recovered in bounds. We'll review the play.
He gets undercut and he dives. And I'm not sure if there was contact when he dives or not. Hard to tell. We'll look at it here in a second. And then the second question, was the defender in bounds?
I think he was.
I think that is clear that he was in bounds. I'm unsure of if there was any contact when Freiermuth dives and tries to move forward.
Well, this Close Shave Instant Replay Review is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Feeling great starts with a great shave, and great shaves start with Barbasol Shaving Cream. For whatever your day brings, choose Barbasol. It's a can of can-do. 14-0. Bills on top. Freiermuth fumbled the football, and it was recovered by the Bills, but where was Bernard when he recovered it? That's what they're looking at.
Well, Tom, the ball's out. It's clear fumble. He has not contacted the ground before that ball comes out. So now the question is, was it recovered in bounds?
Or did the ball happen to go out of bounds behind Freiermuth, which I don't think it did.
I do not think it did. And Spector's going to come in.
Oh, Spector, excuse me. I said Bernard. It was Spector. That's right.
Spector's going to come in. I believe that's who gets it.
It is, yes.
And so the ball's clearly out. Now the question is, Kincaid is inbounds. So that ball, it's a live ball.
Right. Was Freiermuth's feet out of bounds, though, when he touched it? That's what I'm wondering. I'm with you, though. I don't think it was. I don't think he was.
I don't think so. And I'm just waiting to see an angle. Ooh, was Spector's shoulder on the white?
Ruling on the field stands as called.
There we go.
Buffalo will be charged with their first timeout.
So that's what it was.
There was an angle where I think Spector's right shoulder is barely on the white.
Boy, that is a huge break for the Steelers. Stay up to date with Westwood One Sports by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to listen to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow Westwood One Sports on X. That's a 33-yard pass play, by the way. It's the largest of the day for the Steelers.
And Tom, it was on first down. They had big people took it to single high safety, and they got Fairmouth on the corner route.
On first down, off the play fake to Harris. Rudolph to throw again. Throws left underneath. Passes complete to Allen Robinson, the veteran. Along the sidelines, he's out of bounds, close to the 46 of the Bills. A.J. Klein made the tackle. It's a gain of 12.
Well, this is what the Steelers need to do. I like what Eddie Faulkner, offensive coordinator, is doing coming out. He's saying, all right, they're stacking the box. They got 8-9 guys at the line of scrimmage. We'll put the big people in still, but we're going to throw on first down.
And by the way, Pickens is one-on-one on the outside with Dane Jackson. In fact, two receivers now on the outside. They hand it off to Harris, running to his left. Harris cuts to his right along the hash marks and gets down to the 36-yard line. He's very close to another first down. It's a gain of 9 before he was wrapped up by Bernard. It'll be second down and 1.
Well, you know, in the old days, it was like establish the run, then play action pass off of it. In today's game, I think it's almost better.
Yeah.
Prove you can throw it. Force the defense to honor the pass, and then you get a favorable front where you can run the ball. And you see it right there. All kinds of space for Najee Harris on the left side of that offense. Nice pickup on first down.
Play clock is down to 9. Game clock is at 2, now 1, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. With the score, the Bills 14, the Steelers who are driving nothing. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Screeching brakes? Safer stops? Start with Duralast. New Duralast brake pads and rotors provide longer life and more stopping power when replaced together. Duralast brake pads have reduced noise and corrosion resistance with a limited lifetime warranty. Duralast rotors are designed for quiet, safe stops and meet or exceed the performance of the original rotors on your vehicle. Find Duralast only at America's #1 brake destination, AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
What companies deserve your hard-earned dollar? Which would you want to work for? How can you know if they share your values? Just ask us. Just Capital is a nonprofit that tracks who really means business in supporting workers, customers, communities, the environment, and shareholders. We measure progress, track success, and help them be better. When you see the Just Capital seal, you know what's real, because just business is better business. Visit justcapital.com to learn who makes your dollar count.
It's Wrangler season out there. Warmer days, cooler nights. Open roads, endless horizons. And you need to be ready in jeans made for the unpredictable. Wrangler, for the ride of life. Shop our newest styles today at Wrangler.com.
The American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage. More donors are urgently needed now to ensure blood is ready at a moment's notice. Make an appointment today to give. Use the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your donation.
Welcome back to Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, along with Tony Baselli and Ryan Leaf. I'm Tom McCarthy, and together with Navy Federal Credit Union, we'd like to thank you for joining us for today's broadcast of the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One, and give an extra special shout-out to over 1 million men and women in uniform stationed around the world in military bases and ships at sea defending our nation. Navy Federal Credit Union proudly serves the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Our members are the mission. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Pittsburgh, with its best sustained drive so far of this ballgame, down 14-0. The Steelers have not rallied from a deficit this large since Week 16 of 2020, when they came back versus the Colts after being down 17 in the third quarter.
So you're saying they're due? They're due.
They are due, and I think Mike Tomlin's probably thinking the same thing.
Well, you call a lot of baseball games. I remember as a kid playing baseball in Little League, and, you go for like 0 for 20, and the coach is like, all right, you're due. You're due, big man. You're due. I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm due or not, but I'll try.
Well, it's second down and 1 as we begin the second quarter. 14-0 Bills. The Steelers have it at the 37-yard line of Buffalo, moving from left to right. Harris in the backfield. Rudolph under center. They hand it off to Harris, following his blockers. Breaks to his right. Breaks a tackle. Stiff arms to the 30, and still on his feet as he dives forward to the 26-yard line. He got a first down and more. It's a gain of 11. Taron Johnson made the tackle for the Bills.
It's amazing. You throw in a couple first downs, you soften up that defense a little bit, and it's a great job by Najee Harris and that offensive line. He got big men up there. I mean, they are large, and they move people, and if they can just stay on a block, and Najee Harris has such good vision. That time he's taking it right up the middle, sees a crease on the right side, cuts it back, and just hits it. Nice run.
First down to the 26-yard line. Rudolph looking to throw. Pressure's coming from Russo, and he spins him down across the 40-yard line at the 41. 17 sacks the last 3 years, 5 during the regular season. And he picks up 1 here in the postseason. That's a loss of 13.
Well, he's working against Broderick Jones, the right tackle, the big man. And Broderick Jones is a really good run blocker. He doesn't have the quickest feet. He's so big. If he sets well, he's hard to beat. But this time he oversets, and Russo just has an inside swim move, and Jones can't even get a hand on him. Rudolph has no chance.
He had 4 sacks allowed in the regular season. Inside handoff to Warren. Warren running to his left. Stiff arms Johnson. Has a crease outside on the 30. And he dives forward across the original line of scrimmage before Micah Hyde takes him down. It's a gain of 14 to the 25-yard line. Well, that'll get some yards back.
Well, Warren is the change of pace back. You got the power, big man, Najee Harris, and then you got Jalen coming in, and he has speed. And he does a great job of bouncing it outside. And he actually just runs away from Teron Johnson, gets the corner, and now at least they have a chance at 3rd and 8.
Yeah, 3rd down and 8. The ball spotted just inside the 25 of Buffalo. Play clock is down to 5. Rudolph is changing the play. Freiermuth is in motion to the far side. Play clock at 1. Takes the snap. Dancing in the pocket. In trouble. Breaks to his right. In trouble again. Throws back left to a leaping Freiermuth, who lowers his shoulder and has the first down along the Steelers' sidelines. He's out of bounds. Elam was there to make the tackle, but he was no match. It was a gain of 10, and the ball goes to the 13 of Buffalo.
Well, they had a mismatch. Russo's rushing against Jalen Warren and runs right through him. Rudolph does a good job of getting to the right and finding Freiermuth.
Well, they'll no huddle up to the 13-yard line. They hand it off to Warren, running left, now cuts back right, and he's spun down by Bernard. After a gain of 1, it'll be 2nd down and 9.
And you talk about Freiermuth after he caught the ball's high. He does a good job of going up and catching it, and he's about 5 yards short of the sticks. And in between him and that first down is Elam. And he acts like Elam is non-existent, runs right through him for the first down.
Elam is in for Benford, who's in the locker room for the Bills. This will be the 9th play of this drive. Harris is back in. Buffalo up 14-0. But this is a sustained drive for the Steelers. Freiermuth in motion. Bills showing blitz from the left. Rudolph throws to the middle of the field, incomplete, overthrows his intended receiver Johnson, and a flag comes in because he was tied up. And now snowballs come in around the flag.
Well, it's man coverage.
Pass interference, number 24, defense. LB places the spot of the foul, automatic. First down.
That's Elam again.
Yeah. Deontay Johnson one-on-one with Elam, and Johnson's trying to run a slant inside. Actually, he's just working up the field and trying to cut it to the inside, almost like a skinny post. And Elam just is beat and grabs the back of the jersey and yanks on Deontay Johnson. It is a clear pass interference, an easy call. And then, as you said, the snowballs come from the ground.
First and goal from the 4 of Buffalo. Under center is Rudolph. Harris behind him in the backfield. Bunch formation to the left. Barking out the signals. Hands it to Harris. Goes left. Cuts right. Nothing there. Stood up right at the line of scrimmage. In fact, his blockers were pushed back. Linval Joseph, the veteran, there to make the tackle.
Ogunjobi is a big man. Big 99 just stacks it up and just wraps up Najee Harris, and he has a bunch of his pals on the defensive line, and as big as Harris is, he's a powerful back. He's no match for the interior of that Bills defense and just gets walked back.
Second down and goal inside the 5-yard line. Rudolph now out of the gun in an empty backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Rudolph takes the snap, looks left, throws left, passes, intercepted! Elam intercepted it and slid out of bounds in the end zone. And the Bills will take over. They picked on him the whole drive. And he was able to finally pick one off.
Well, it's good coverage, man coverage. Trying to get Deontay Johnson, and Rudolph forces it. Elam jumps it. But, Tom, one thing interesting. Snowballs were coming on the field during the play.
Yeah, I thought it was a flag.
They got to get under control.
Yeah,
that's
they do.
Unfair.
Yep, they do. It was funny at first because it was going up in the air, but it's going onto the playing field. 10:52 to play, first half. It's 14-0 Buffalo. They force another turnover. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Hey, college football fans, this is Jacob Hester. All season long, we followed the stars of tomorrow on College Sports Radio. Now we'll help you get ready for their next step, the 2024 NFL Draft. Every Thursday, check out a new episode of Draft Central on the SiriusXM app when Rhett Lewis interviews the top draft prospects as they work through the Senior Bowl, Combine, and ultimately wait to hear their name called in Detroit this April. Our team of experts on College Sports Radio gets you closer to the NFL Draft on SiriusXM Channel 84 and the SiriusXM app.
The end of an era in New England.
When the sports world is talking, nobody gives you more perspectives than the experts of SiriusXM.
It will be someone other than Bill Belichick along the sidelines.
Hear instant reaction on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
This is the single greatest run in the history of professional sports. It will never be duplicated.
And expert analysis on NFL radio.
24 years of sustained success. It was just magical.
Live sports talk when you need it is on SiriusXM in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Basketball season is heating up on NBA Radio.
A spectacular move by LeBron James.
We break down the latest news every day.
It's unfair to sit there and be like, well, we're missing our best players. You got two other superstars.
And bring you the best games every night.
Tatum gallops into the paint and flushes hard with the right hand.
And in just a few weeks, hear wall-to-wall coverage from 2024 All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio Channel 86 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
NHL All-Star Weekend returns to Toronto, and SiriusXM NHL Network Radio brings you all the action.
Pass and a quick shot. Scores! Matthews!
Ross for Crosby for the HP. He's good! Hear conversations with All-Star players and coaches. All-Star Media Day, player draft, skills competition, and play-by-play of the 2024 All-Star Game. 2024 NHL All-Star Weekend live. Beginning February 1st on NHL Network Radio, Channel 91 in the car, and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Tom McCarthy and Tony Baselli here in the Grainger broadcast booth at Highmark Stadium. Give your team an edge with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry, plus fast delivery and 24/7 support when you call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Mason Rudolph played 3 games in the regular season, had no interceptions. He just turns it over in the red zone. The Bills get it back. They'll hand it off to Cook, who runs to his right. Don't forget, they only had 1 turnover in the red zone the entire year, as Cook gets 2 yards for the Bills.
Well, it was the key of the game. He couldn't turn it over, and they're -2 right now. And I talked about snowballs being thrown during the play. And there was just an announcement up on the board telling the fans, if you throw a snowball, you will be ejected. You know, it's fun when it's after a big score or something.
Yeah, and it's up in the air.
But you know what? When you're in the midst of a play, throwing snowballs, it almost hit the official in the play of game. That's just not right.
Second down and 8. Allen out of the gun. Throws to Cook out of the backfield. He's hit as he catches it near the 25-yard line, and he's pushed back to the 24. Cook is a real good receiver out of the backfield. Rowe makes the tackle after a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, it's a great job by Eric Rowe. Coming up, open field tackle. You know, James Cook is dangerous in the open field, and he's had a great year. Over 1,500 yards from scrimmage this year. And Rowe comes up one-on-one, wraps him up around the legs, and does not let him go any further.
9:40 and counting to play. First half, 14-0 Bills. Bills with the football. It's 3rd down and 6 from the 24-yard line. They're 1 of 3 on 3rd down so far. Isabella in motion. Allen out of the gun. Gets it. Throws right. Has Diggs. Wide open for a 1st down. Joey Porter doesn't give up much, but he just gave up that. And he shoves Diggs out of bounds. Let's check in with Ryan.
Just like Tony was talking about, the 2 turnovers already for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So detrimental. When you talk about Josh Allen, and everybody has this year about those turnovers, but if you look at who he's been over his career, when he has been the starting quarterback and he doesn't turn it over, they're 16-0 when he doesn't turn the football over.
Yeah, I mean, he is a gunslinger. There's no doubt. Cook takes the handoff and runs left, and Cook gets across the 40-yard line before he's thrown down. He'll have a 1st down. 28-yard, looks to be an 18-yard gain. As Mark Robinson made the tackle for the Steelers. An 8-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 2. 8:40 to play here in the first half. Cook in the backfield. They hand it off to him again. Starts left, cuts back right, has the first down, lowers his shoulder up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 before he's stood up by a host of Steelers. But again, he gets the first down and keeps moving the chain.
Well, great job. That's his inside zone left. And the Steelers do a good job of stacking it up, but the backside blocks of that offensive line and tight end are so effective. And the patience of Cook takes his time. He's not rushing anything, sees the backside, plants that left foot, gets north and south, and picks up the first and down.
7 carries, 38 yards for Cook. He's out of the game. Empty backfield. Now Isabella in motion. Off the play fake, Allen out of the gun. Throws to his left. He tried to get to Isabella. He threw it short. And gosh darn it, I thought it might have been intercepted by Alex Highsmith. It went right past his shoulder pad. It'll be second down.
Yeah, a little fake the jet sweep, and then off the play-action pass, trying to set the screen, but Mark Robinson, one of their linebackers, is coming on the blitz, and he is right in Josh Allen's face, and he forces Josh to hurry the throw, and it just falls harmlessly to the turf.
Second down and 10 from the 45-yard line. Moving from right to left. Bills up 14-0. Cook in the backfield. Allen out of the gun. 3 receivers right, 1 to left. Allen takes the snap, dumps it off to Cook. He sets up the screen. Cook has a blocker, trying to avoid one to his left. Now cuts back right, goes back to the left up to the 47-yard line. Miles Jack stayed with him and made the tackle after a gain of 2 yards.
Well, that's a great job by Miles Jack because he has to fight off the block of Connor McGovern, who's out front trying to lead the way. And Miles fights through that and is able to slow down James Cook, gets a hand on him, allows everyone else to rally, and really short gain, setting up a 3rd and long.
Latavius Murray would have come in anyway, but Cook is on the sidelines. He got banged up on that last play. It's 3rd down and 8. Play clock down under 10. Game clock at 7:15. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. Isabella in motion. Allen takes the snap. Now he'll keep it himself. Running to his left. He runs inside the numbers. Gets to the 40. Cuts to his left to the 30. 25-20. Big man inside the 15. Sidelines inside the 5. Touchdown Bills. Josh Allen, a 52-yard scamper. He bounced off a couple of defenders, and he gives the Bills a 20-0 lead, and snowballs go flying in the air yet again.
Vintage Josh Allen. The Steelers are going to bring the blitz and play man, so everyone's back is to the quarterback. They get a little bit of pressure, but the middle of the field's wide open. Josh Allen sees it and then takes off. Most quarterbacks would have slid after they got the first down, but he runs through the arm tackles and then shows some speed getting into the end zone.
Bass's point after is good. It died in the wind, but it still went through the uprights. 7:01 to play here in the first half. It's the Bills 21, the Steelers nothing. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet on the BetQL Network, weekdays 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is the BetQL Network?
The BetQL Network is where the smartest sports betting talk meets the most entertaining sports betting talk. We call it Wagertainment.
Not bury the lead here. Folks, Jenks is 7-0 this week.
I love ugly football. This is so degenerate. Is this a live betting game?
Listen to the BetQL Network anywhere and anytime on the new and improved Odyssey app, or watch us on twitch.tv/BetQL, presented by the King of Sportsbooks, BetMGM.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by the University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn an undergraduate degree online with umgc.learn. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev. All right, so the drive summary, it's 8 plays, it's 80 yards, 3 minutes and 51 seconds, but we're burying the lead on it. It's a 52-yard touchdown run for Josh Allen, his 3rd career postseason touchdown run, and it comes off the interception when the Steelers had it inside the 5-yard line of Buffalo.
Yeah, and they went empty. I was a little bit surprised by that. You know, I think you got to just try to run the ball in, maybe a play action pass, but they went spread. Elam comes up with a pick, so that's 2 turnovers. The Steelers are -2, and the Bills have turned those 2 turnovers into 14 points, and it's a big reason. You look up the scoreboard, Tom, and it's 21-0.
And you might wonder, what's the longest touchdown run for Allen in his career? Well, that's it. Not postseason, not just regular season. It's overall 52 yards. Now, this crowd, which has been awake for a long time. In fact, they've been awake since yesterday morning. The kickoff will go over the head of the return men of the Steelers and out of the back of the end zone. And I would think if you're Pittsburgh, you're down 21-0, 7:01 to play in the first half, but you had a really good last drive. You could do the same thing to try to get a score here.
Well, you just got to find a way to get points. You're right. They put together a nice drive, and what they do, they threw on first down. The Bills have been crowding the box, putting 8, 9 guys in the box, and really trying to stop Najee Harris. And so they came out, they threw it, they were effective, they moved the ball down the field, but they couldn't finish it. The turnovers are killing them right now.
Johnson and Pickens lined up on the right side as receivers. In the backfield is Harris. Play clock is down to 7. Rudolph out of the gun. Pistol formation. Hands it off to Harris. Starts right, cuts back left. Not much is there. He may have gotten 2 yards on that. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Good pursuit by A.J. Epinesa for the Bills to make that tackle.
Yeah, just nothing there at all. And outside of a couple runs on that last drive, this Bills defense has been very stout. And they are selling out to stop this run.
Yep. Yeah, their game plan hasn't changed.
No, they said, listen, if you can beat us throwing it, great. Be our guest. But so far, the Steelers haven't proven they can't.
On 2nd down and 8 off the play fake. Rudolph rolls the pocket to his left, pumps once, throws to his left, pass is incomplete. Intended for Washington as tight end, but there was pressure coming from Epinesa. He sort of forced Rudolph to pump twice before he threw it and not knocked him off kilter.
Well, that's exactly right, because Epinesa is right in his face, and he does have to double clutch it. What that allows more than anything, it allows the Bills secondary and linebacker level to recognize what's going on in the naked throwback, and they all are sitting right there. So even if that ball is completed, Darnell Washington really has nowhere to go.
Rudolph so far 5 of 12, 82 yards. He's yet to attempt 30 passes in a game. It's 3rd down and 7. Out of the gun, drops back the pass. He's hit as he throws. Incomplete. He was absolutely nailed as he threw the football by Ed Oliver, who came diving in from his defensive tackle position. The Bills picked it up and ran it into the end zone, but it was an incomplete pass. His arm was coming forward.
Well, right now, this Bills defense is dominating. And great pass rush by Ed Oliver. He's working against the center, Mason Cole, and he just works across Mason Cole's face, left to right, and Cole barely gets a hand on him. I mean, Mason Rudolph has no chance. As he hits his 5th step, Rudolph is right there.
Harvin on the punt again. He's been busy in this ball game, punting from left to right. This is a high one. It's not going to be long. Hardy calls for the fair catch, runs into his own man. It takes a Steelers bounce at the 28 and then keeps on rolling to the 21-yard line of Buffalo, where the Bills will take over up 21-0 off a 51-yard punt. 6:04 to play here in the first half. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Okay, I have to admit, 2024 really snuck up on me. Luckily, Kohl's has everything my family needs to start the new year out right. With the 15% off going on, I got my husband and I Flex Styles under $30 and Tech Gear Activewear under $20. I also found a NutriBullet juicer for just $79.99. To top it all off, I earned Kohl's cash too. So, it's not too late to make a resolution, right? Offers end January 15th. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The NFL playoffs are here.
We're the best in the world. We're going to show it today.
NFLshop.com has everything you need to support your team as they make their run for the Super Bowl.
We're coming to look good and play good.
NFL Shop is your ultimate destination for the largest assortment of officially licensed jerseys, t-shirts, headwear, and more. Rep your team pride with styles fit for the whole family. To shop now, go to NFLshop.com.
The American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage as the nation's blood supply has dropped to critically low levels. Blood and platelet donations are needed now for people counting on life-saving care after accidents, surgeries, and those facing critical treatments for cancer and sickle cell disease. You can take action today. Make an appointment to give blood. To book a time, use the Red Cross Blood Donor app. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your appointment.
The NFL playoffs are here. The road to Super Bowl 58 starts this weekend. Super Wildcard weekend presented by Verizon. Boy, has it been heating up. All the games all weekend long are heating up. The action does continue with one more game later on tonight. It's the Eagles and the Buccaneers. Visit NFL.com/schedule for more information.
Heating up. They must not be in Buffalo right now. I'm putting the gloves on right now.
You're putting the gloves on.
The hands are getting cold.
Tom Coughlin would be worried about you.
I'm worried about me.
First down from the 21-yard line. Cook is in the backfield. Gilliam is in as well. Allen dumps it off to Cook. He's got a blocker. Cook gets to the edge along the Steelers' sideline, and he goes out of bounds close to the 25-yard line. Let's check in with Ryan.
Tony was talking about Ed Oliver and how difficult he's been to block. The addition of Daquan Jones, his return after the 10-game injury from earlier in the year, has been so impactful because Ed Oliver was taking all those double teams for most of that second half of the season. Now he's one-on-one, and he gets the opportunity. He's made the most of it so far in this first half.
Yeah, doubled 20 different times when he's had a pressure this year, which is number 2 in the National Football League. Second down and 6 after a gain of 4. Trips to the left, handoff to Cook running right, and Cook sheds a blocker or sheds a tackle from Highsmith and gets on an angle out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4. He's shy of the first down, but Highsmith had him in the backfield.
Well, Deion Dawkins is left tackle, and they're going to pull Deion Dawkins on a little tackle counter, and Highsmith is the right outside linebacker, and he does a great job of recognizing it. Gets on his horse and is just trying to chase down James Cook, and he just about gets him around the legs for a loss of yardage, but Cook is just too powerful, runs through it for a nice game.
Yeah, he was frustrated by it too. Ty Johnson's in the game. He'll take the handoff. He'll run to his left. Not much is there. Cuts back right and dives forward along the hash mark on the left side. He's got the first down up to the 32-yard line. It was that second effort after he was met at the line of scrimmage.
Well, Cameron Hayward beats McGovern, and he almost gets there. But give McGovern credit. He doesn't give up, and he's at least hanging on Hayward and forces Hayward to deal with him and try to bring down Ty Johnson. And those are the plays that kill you because you think you got him stopped, you think you forced the punt, and somehow, some way, Ty Johnson picks up the first down.
Yeah, it's a first down up close to the 33-yard line. Steelers showing blitz with Minkah Fitzpatrick. Now he pulls back. Allen out of the gun, takes the snap, drops back to pass. Pressure's coming, throws to his right. Pass is complete to Shakir to his right, who breaks a tackle and cuts back to his left. It's actually Hardy. Hardy goes inside the 40 to the 35 and eventually is taken down at the 34. It's a gain of 34 yards.
Yeah, Hardy working against Patrick Peterson, the longtime veteran, former All-Pro corner, and Peterson's just giving him all kinds of room. He does not want Hardy to run by him. It's just a deep comeback, and Allen working up in the pocket, and this is where you just see his arm strength because he's looking left, goes to the middle, nothing there, bodies around him, just the flick of the right wrist, and that ball's on target.
1st and 10 for the 34 of Pittsburgh. 2 receivers stacked to the left. The handoff to Cook, running right, cuts back left, and down to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 3. And he's eventually taken down by Landon Roberts, who's the leader in tackles for the Steelers, over 100 on the year. Again, Steelers playing without T.J. Watt, which is a huge loss for them. Injured his MCL in the game against the Ravens.
They're 1-10 since 2017 when T.J. Watt was drafted in games where he does not play.
69, 36-2 when he does play. On 2nd down, Shakir in motion, 2 receivers right, 2 tight ends left. Out of the gun is Allen, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looks left, throws left, looking to left to Ty Johnson, and he overthrows him out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC next week when the Detroit Lions meet the winner of the Bucs-Eagles game later tonight in the divisional playoffs. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL playoffs on NBC. You can also hear that game right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at westwood1sports.com.
Tom, this is critical because this will be a long field goal. I'm not sure going this way they can make it. If you can get a stop here, get the ball back and try to score before the half and go down 2 possessions into halftime, you got a chance.
On 3rd down and 7, Allen looking to throw. Allen looking toward the end zone for Diggs, and it's tipped high in the air by Eric Rowe, incomplete. Rowe was playing center field and got his hand on it. Then it'll be 4th down, and here comes that decision you were talking about. They are bringing Tyler Bass out on 4th down and 7.
Yeah, this is going to be... The ball is on, I believe, the 31, so it'll be a 49-yarder. And this is the direction going right to left. We've seen the ball hang up in the air, and it'll be interesting. Does Tyler Bass have enough leg? If the Steelers are fortunate enough for this to be a miss, they're going to have great field position.
49-yard field goal attempt. Good snap, good hold. Kick is blocked, and it spins back inside Buffalo territory to the 35-yard line. And the Steelers will fall on top of it at the 33-yard line. Will they finally get something to go their way? Montravius Adams fell on top of it for the Steelers.
And in the pursuit of the ball after the block, Sam Morton, their punter, grabs his hamstring as he's chasing it down.
Yeah, so he's limping off the field.
Something we're going to have to watch. I did not like that decision because for Tyler Bass to have a chance going that direction, he's going to have to drive it, and that ball comes off very low. And you see...
It was Adams that blocked it also. Yeah. He recovered it and blocked it.
Yeah, and they get big paws up there, and that ball goes just ricocheting backwards. And in the pursuit, Sam Morton comes up, and he's getting looked at on the sideline.
Yeah, he is.
Tyler Bass or somebody's going to have to start figuring out who's going to punt.
Well, they'll move the football to the 33 of Buffalo. What a turn of events. What was supposed to be a 49-yard field goal attempt is turned into excellent field position for the Steelers. Warren's in the backfield. Rudolph is waiting for the signal from the officials. He's out of the gun. 2 tight ends left. Now Freiermuth comes in motion. 2 receivers to the right. Steelers down 21-0. 2:10 to play. They hand it off to Warren. Warren runs to the right. Now cuts to his left inside the 25. And he is spun down to the 23-yard line. A.J. Klein made the tackle, a gain of 10. And we have reached the 2-minute warning, sponsored by First Alert. Help protect your home and family by installing First Alert smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in every bedroom. Protect your moments with safety you can trust. Visit firstalert.com. 21-0 Bills on top of the Steelers. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Did you know cooking nuisance alarms are the #1 reason for disabling smoke alarms? Introducing First Alert Precision Detection Alarms. Updated to the latest industry standards, these alarms feature new precision detection smoke alarm technology to help better distinguish cooking smoke and steam from a fire emergency while providing early warning in the event a fire breaks out. If it's time to replace your alarms or you're ready to upgrade, visit firstalert.com or your local Lowe's store to help protect what matters most.
Get deals on what you need during MVP's bonus days at Lowe's. Right now, save $20 on select 5-gallon ceiling paint or primer by HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams. Plus, get 15% off and earn 3 times bonus points when you buy 4 or more Purdy products. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken in time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts if any. Valid 1/15 through 1/26. Subject to change.
Business has always been about turning a profit, making money. But can it stand for something more? Something beyond dollars and cents? We think so. We think that today, business has a higher calling, a purpose to be fair and just, to do right by their workers, customers, communities, and the environment. And it turns out companies successful doing that also do better for their bottom line. When you see the Just Capital seal, it means this company is a force for good. Visit justcapital.com to learn more.
It's Wrangler season out there. Warmer days, cooler nights. Open roads, endless horizons. And you need to be ready in jeans made for the unpredictable. Wrangler, for the ride of life. Shop our newest styles today at Wrangler.com.
Shop O'Reilly Auto Parts for do-it-right deals on motor oil, wiper blades, and more. Visit your local O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A reminder to stay with us for the NFL Wildcard Playoffs halftime report on Westwood 1, sponsored by Wendy's. Scott Graham will preview Game 2 of our Super Wildcard doubleheader between the Bucs and the Eagles. That's coming up on the Wendy's halftime report. Wendy's breakfast, 2 for $3 Biggie bundles are here, limited time only during breakfast hours. It's first down for the Steelers from the 23-yard line. They just got a blocked field goal that they turned into excellent field position. Rudolph out of the gun, looking left, throws right, passes complete to the right. He finally gets it to George Pickens. A.J. Klein wraps him up at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Yeah, Buffalo's going to take a timeout here.
Interesting.
Well, no, I like it, though,
do you?
Tom, because basically Sean McDermott's saying, listen, they're inside the red zone. I had 2 timeouts. Let me use one here and see if I can get Josh Allen the ball back.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood 1, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 58.
Touchdown! The road to Super Bowl 58 is on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Hello, with Tony Baselli. I'm Tom McCarthy. Ryan Leaf is down on the sidelines. He's colder than we are, although it's cold up here in the booth, but not what Ryan's going through. The Steelers trail the Bills 21-0 with 1:52 to play here in the first half. And Pittsburgh, which had a red zone interception the last time it was in Buffalo's end, in the red zone here on 2nd down and 4. Play clock is down to 10. Rudolph is changing the play, moving from left to right. Warren is next to him in the backfield. Bunch formation to the right, takes the low snap, throws to the right, passes complete to Pickens, who goes out of bounds right at the marker. It's a gain of 5. He might be a little short, depending on where they spot this. Yeah, I think he's a half yard short.
I don't know. Looking at that spot, did they give it to him? It is right on the line. Yep, they're going to move the chains. They're going to move the chains.
That was really close.
Yeah, that was very close. That's his 3rd catch, and this is coming off last week where Pickens did not even have a target in that game.
Yeah, week 16 he had 195 yards receiving. Week 17 he had 131 and had nothing last week.
Not even a target.
Yeah. First down from the 13-yard line. Warren's in the backfield. Rudolph again out of the gun. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. They hand it off to Warren. Warren runs to his right and gets down to the 10-yard line. He was wrapped up and taken down by A.J. Klein, and Klein didn't let go. Leonard Floyd was there, too. And a timeout is called by Buffalo.
Well, that's Buffalo's last timeout.
Because they had the challenge.
And it'll be interesting to see now what Eddie Faulkner, the interim offensive coordinator, and Mike Sullivan, who's calling plays, he's the quarterback coach. Do you run the ball again here and let the clock run?
Oh, I don't know.
I think
you could.
I think down 21, though, Tom.
You're not settling for 3.
You do whatever you can to get the ball in the end zone. And you worry about, your defense getting a stop if you do it quickly and you leave a bunch of time. Because down 21, it's not like you can sit here and say, hey, let's play with the clock. You just got to get in the end zone.
2nd down and 7 off the timeout. Pickens lined up to the right. 3 receivers left. Warren in the backfield. Out of the gun is Rudolph. He takes the snap, looks left the whole time. Passes complete to the left for Deontay Johnson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A 10-yard slant to Johnson, who spins the football in the end zone and makes it seem like it's firewood, putting his hands out to try to warm things up. It's 21-6.
Well, it's just an in cut. He's working against Dane Jackson, who has the coverage. And nice route, crisp route, but a really well-thrown ball. Leading Deontay Johnson, he catches it about the 1.5, 2 yard line, but because it's so well thrown, he's able just to keep running, runs right through the catch and into the end zone.
Boswell on for the point after, and it is good. And the Steelers are within 2 scores, 21-7. How are things looking down on the field, Rye?
Well, I tell you what, Mason Rudolph showed a lot of guts there. Second time in the red zone, throwing an interception the last time. This time an in-breaking route. He puts it perfectly on the money. Great drive to capitalize for the young quarterback. And now they get the ball coming out at half. If they can get out of here with a 2-possession game, this could be a big turnaround.
Yeah, I think that's huge that they got the blocked field goal that turned it into excellent field position that eventually led to the touchdown pass.
Well, how big is that last turnover in the red zone?
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, that's 2 really nice drives by the Steelers offense in the second quarter, only coming away with 7, though. But now the pressure is back on your defense because there's not many guys in this league right now like Josh Allen in a 2-minute drive. Because it's not just him throwing it. We saw what he can do with his legs on the 52-yard scamper. Mm-hmm. And so here's the big challenge. Get a stop. And if you get a 3 and out, because you have 3 timeouts, you might get the ball back to your quarterback in your offense.
Isabella back deep to receive this kickoff. It goes over his head and out of the back of the end zone on a few spinning bounces. And here comes Josh Allen, who brings his offense out. He comes running onto the field, has 2 fingers up in the air. With 1:39 to play, is that just the 2-minute drill here?
Yeah, I think he's just letting everyone know it's a 2-minute drive.
Yeah.
Which I guess you could just look at the clock.
No. Reminders are always helpful, Tony.
Well, I played offensive line. We're the smartest guys in the field. But this is huge. You got to get a stop because the Bills get the ball coming out of the half, and so you can't afford to give them a score here and then be right back on defense.
It's gotten quiet here. 3 receivers left. Allen to throw on first down has Diggs, and Diggs is hit at the 29-yard line and pushed back by Minkah Fitzpatrick. It's a gain of 5, and now an injured player on the field. Diggs took a heck of a hit. I think it is Diggs that's down on the field for the Bills.
Well, he got hammered.
Well, he got hammered by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
I mean, we saw Fitzpatrick, and we talked about him earlier when he came up from his safety position to make a really nice open field tackle against James Cook. This time, it's just a stick route, 5-yard stick route. Diggs is going to turn around, ball's on target, but Fitzpatrick just comes up in a violent tackle.
So they'll deal with him down on the field. And there'll be a 10-second runoff because the Bills are without a timeout. Diggs is up on his feet, and he's walking off. Now he's running off, which is a great sign.
Yeah, it wasn't, I don't believe it was head to any help with the helmet. It was just a shot to the body.
He fell on top of Fitzpatrick, too, which may have been part of it. From now through Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas, check out WestwoodOneSports.com for highlights from every playoff game, plus one-on-one interviews and much more. You can also listen to all the postseason action live for free. Log on to WestwoodOneSports.com today. Second down and a little more than 5. Steelers showing blitz with Highsmith on the near side. Allen out of the gun, throws it underneath. He's got Shakir, and Shakir has a first down up to the 39-yard line. A gain of 9 with 1 minute and counting to play. No timeouts left for the Bills. They won't huddle up. They come up under center. And now Allen out of the gun with Cook in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Tight end to the slot to the right. Allen looking to throw. Allen in the pocket. Allen's wrapped up, and Allen's going down at the 32-yard line. Marcus Golden wrapped him up and took him down. And that's a loss of about 7 on the play. It'll be second down and 17.
Well, now they're taking their time.
Yeah.
And give Highsmith some credit. He's working the outside rush. Good rip move against Deion Dawkins. That's what forces Josh Allen to start kind of stepping up to his right, and then Marcus Golden is sitting right there to bring him down. And I think the Bills are just saying, let's get to halftime with the 14-point lead.
Yeah, 2-second difference between game clock and play clock. And Allen takes the snap, whistle blows, and a timeout called by Pittsburgh with 2 seconds left here in the first half.
I'm not sure.
They just probably didn't like the personnel they had on the field? Is that what it is?
I guess. It's going to be a handoff. They're going to do a little underneath handoff to Cook. So all you got to do is come up and tackle. But Mike Tomlin did not like something he saw. And I guess, you know what? Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
And we're going to go, I mean, unless something crazy happens here, we're going to go into halftime. Steelers down 14. And I think what you need from the Steelers are saying, listen, Josh Allen has led the NFL the last 2 years in turnovers. I believe it's 41 turnovers the last 2 years. And so what you're hoping for, that somehow, some way in the second half, he's going to be true to form and give you 1 or 2.
All right, well, it won't be here because he's just going to take a knee. It'll be second down and 17. 2 seconds left. Allen takes the snap, drops back, then pauses and takes a knee. And that is the end of the first half. The Bills 21, the Steelers 7.
The story's been turnovers. 2 turnovers by the Steelers led to 14 points for the Bills. And that is the spread right now, 21-7. Steelers got to figure out how they can get a couple turnovers in the second half.
Yeah, the Bills will get the football to begin the second half. They lead it by 14. That's the end of the first half with the score. Buffalo 21, Pittsburgh 7. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from our Progressive Insurance Studios with the halftime report. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers today. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
At Progressive, we love sports and saving you money, so we bundled them together.
Top of the 7th looks like a pitching change as they've set up for a corner kick. The 2 black belts have entered the mat, and the slider is low and away. He heads the ball to midfield. This is quite a kumite. Here comes the roundhouse. Has it got enough gas to get out of here? Unbelievable! They've bundled their home and auto insurance with Progressive. Kick Savings Pitch Karate.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Wake up not knowing what you want? Now you can have a little of everything. With Wendy's Breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can mix and match your very own perfect pairing of our delicious morning favorites. Choose from the sausage biscuit, egg or cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, or medium hot coffee. The choice is all yours, not somebody else's. Get breakfast just the way you want it with Wendy's Breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles today. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Welcome to the NFL Playoffs Halftime Report on Westwood One. Sponsored by Wendy's. With Wendy's Breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can choose the pair you want. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price. Once again, here's your host, Scott Graham.
From our Westwood One studios, halftime right now in Buffalo, in a decidedly different game than it was just a short time ago. The Bills were lining up for a field goal that would have put them up 24-0. That field goal was blocked. The Steelers score. Pittsburgh will get the ball out of halftime, and right now Buffalo's lead has been trimmed to 21-7. This is game number 1 of yet another Super Wildcard Weekend doubleheader. Game number 2 coming up a little bit later on in Tampa between the Philadelphia Eagles and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Joining us now for a preview of what's going to be happening in Tampa tonight, Kevin Kugler and Hall of Famer Kurt Warner. Guys?
Scott, thanks so much. Kurt, you start with the quarterback position, I think, in this game because both quarterbacks are banged up. Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts, both coming off injuries over the last couple of weeks. What do you expect to see from these two QBs tonight?
Well, let's start with Jalen Hurts. And, I think the question really with both these teams we're going to be talking about, I don't really know what to expect from either team because we've seen so many different versions of them. But with Jalen Hurts, he hasn't played very well down the stretch. Then you add the injury to that right finger, and I hear that he's going to be wearing a glove tonight. Haven't worn a glove before. How does that affect his ability to throw the football if they're going to drop back and throw the football? So that's the first thing that I'm looking at with Jalen is that the physical part of it with his hand, can he control the football? But then it goes to the mental side of it, is that he hasn't been seeing the field. He hasn't been making the same sort of plays and big plays that he did a year ago. So what Jalen Hurts do we get from both standpoints? On the other side, I think Baker Mayfield has actually had a really, really good year. Very comfortable in this offense. The one thing I know about Baker is that he's going to come out and sling it.
Yep.
He believes in Baker Mayfield. He is going to come out and push the ball down the field. Got the ankle, got the ribs, a lot going on there, but he's going to tough it out, we know. But it's going to be about their big playmaking ability. They didn't get a lot of big plays the first time these two teams played, but that is how they're built. They're not a great running football team. They're not a pick you apart, move the ball down the field type football team. It's going to be about the big plays. Can Baker Mayfield create some of those?
Quickly, do you look back at that Week 3 game if you're either of these teams and take anything from Philadelphia's 25-11 win?
Well, I think if you're Philly, you look back and go, hey, remember when? This is what we're capable of. This wasn't too long ago that we came out and ran for 200 yards and dominated the line of scrimmage. So if you're the losing team, you look at that and go, that was a long time ago. If you're the winning team, you try to take whatever you can from it and say, hey, we got to get back to that.
Yeah, Tampa Bay had a season-low 174 total yards in that game, but it's a very different Eagles defense that they're going to face. Last 6 games of the season, Eagles gave up over 30 points per game. Is that Eagles defense going to right the ship in the postseason? We're about to find out. Tampa Bay and Philadelphia coming up, but right now, back to Scott Graham.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Our pregame coverage with NFL Network's Rich Eisen kicking off at 7:30 Eastern Time right here on most of these same Westwood One stations by the NFL app or on Alexa-enabled devices online at our website as well, westwoodonesports.com. Our halftime score, the Buffalo Bills on top of the Pittsburgh Steelers 21-7. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Hey, college football fans, this is Jacob Hess. All season long, we followed the stars of tomorrow on College Sports Radio. Now we'll help you get ready for their next step, the 2024 NFL Draft. Every Thursday, check out a new episode of Draft Central on the SiriusXM app when Rhett Lewis interviews the top draft prospects as they work through the Senior Bowl, Combine, and ultimately wait to hear their name called in Detroit this April. Our team of experts on College Sports Radio gets you closer to the NFL Draft on SiriusXM Channel 84 and the SiriusXM app.
The end of an era in New England.
When the sports world is talking, nobody gives you more perspectives than the experts of SiriusXM.
It will be someone other than Bill Belichick along the sidelines.
Hear instant reaction on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
This is the single greatest run in the history of professional sports. It will never be duplicated.
An expert analysis on NFL radio.
24 years of sustained success. It was just magical.
Live sports talk when you need it is on SiriusXM in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Basketball season is heating up on NBA Radio.
A spectacular move by LeBron James.
We break down the latest news every day.
It's unfair to sit there and be like, well, we're missing our best players. You got 2 other superstars.
And bring you the best games every night.
Tatum gallops into the paint and flushes hard with the right hand.
And in just a few weeks, hear wall-to-wall coverage from 2024 All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio Channel 86 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
NHL All-Star Weekend returns to Toronto, and SiriusXM NHL Network Radio brings you all the action.
Pass and a quick shot. Scores! Matthews!
Lost for Crosby for the HP. He's good! Hear conversations with All-Star players and coaches. All-Star Media Day, player draft, skills competition, and play-by-play of the 2024 All-Star Game. 2024 NHL All-Star Weekend live. Beginning February 1st on NHL Network Radio, Channel 91 in the car, and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Find out what channel your team is playing on by going to SiriusXM.com/sports.
Welcome back to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $750 on average. Call or click today to find out if Progressive could save you hundreds on your car insurance. 14-point lead for the Buffalo Bills at the break, thanks in part to the first ever postseason blocked field goal in Pittsburgh Steelers franchise history. Now, don't forget, as we wrap things up here and as we wrap things up in Tampa Bay, next week we've got all the excitement of the divisional round of the NFL playoffs coming your way. And of course, we still have some if-then statements based upon the outcome of this game right now. On Saturday, it will be either the Texans at the Ravens or the Texans at the Chiefs. That's going to be followed by the Green Bay Packers or the San Francisco 49ers. On Sunday, the winner of tonight's Eagles-Bucks game will be in Detroit to face the Lions. That will be followed by either the Chiefs and Bills or the Steelers and Ravens. Our doubleheader coverage, we know this part for sure, begins at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday and at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. If it's the NFL playoffs, it's on Westwood One. This has been the NFL Wildcard Playoffs Halftime Report on Westwood One, sponsored by Wendy's. With Wendy's Breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can choose the pair you want. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo, single item at regular price. 3 touchdowns accounted for by Josh Allen, but the Steelers come back and score late in the half. They get it first as we go to the second half. Our halftime score, Buffalo 21, the Pittsburgh Steelers 7. When we return, Tom McCarthy and Tony Baselli will have the second half kickoff. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, she's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years of age and older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrysvo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
The NFL playoffs are here.
We're the best in the world. We're going to show it today.
NFLshop.com has everything you need to support your team as they make their run for the Super Bowl.
We're coming to look good and play good.
NFL Shop is your ultimate destination for the largest assortment of officially licensed jerseys, t-shirts, headwear, and more. Rep your team pride with styles fit for the whole family. To shop now, go to NFLshop.com.
Welcome back. All right, Jimmy, our Army veteran, for $400. Are you ready to answer the next question?
Actually, I'm good.
Huh?
Well, I already earn and save $473 a year on average with Navy Federal Credit Union. So, yeah.
All members of the armed forces, all veterans, and their families can earn and save more every year with a Navy Federal membership. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Dollar value based on the 2022 Navy Federal Member Give Back Study.
Welcome back to Highmark Stadium as the teams are starting to come back onto the field. The fans went in to warm up just a little bit. They found their way back to their seats as well. The Bills are on top 21-7. Let's check the halftime stats sponsored by Indeed. Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed. Indeed's video interview tool makes it easy and effortless to meet with candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Well, the big thing is the Bills have forced 2 turnovers against the Steelers. That's been huge because one of them happened when the Steelers had the football inside the 5-yard line and threw an interception that led to a touchdown run by Josh Allen. Allen leads the way on the ground for the Bills thanks to a 52-yard touchdown run. He has 4 carries for 58 yards. He's also 15 of 21 for 146 yards and 2 touchdown passes. He's been able to mix it up as far as his receivers are concerned. He's hit 8 different receivers in this first half. On the other side for the Steelers, Harris, 8 carries, 31 yards. Warren, 5 carries, 27 yards. And Mason Rudolph, not awful, 8 of 16, 102 yards, but they don't really lean on him to do anything. They just don't want, I don't want to say do anything, but they just don't want him to turn the ball over. Obviously, he has the 1 turnover. Let's get to Tony Baselli for your keys to the second half.
Well, the keys are Mason Rudolph is going to have to do something.
Yes. That didn't come out right.
Trust me, I do that all the time. Say things that don't come out correct. But you're right in the sense of 100% right, Tom. The way they've played in this 3-game winning streak, they've not asked Mason Rudolph to do a lot. And so I actually agree with your comment. They've asked, the offensive line to run the ball and Najee Harris. Well, that's different now. You're down 14. So you got to get a stop. That's the first thing and foremost. Coming out of halftime, this defense must get a stop. And then the Steelers have to get an early score. For the Bills, I think, really, if they don't turn it over, I'm not sure the Steelers can come back down 14 without help from the Buffalo Bills. Now, Josh Allen has 41 turnovers in the last 2 years. So can they get one or two if Josh tries to do too much?
Well, the Bills will get the football to begin the second half. Both teams are out on the field. The Steelers wearing the gold pants, the white jerseys, the black helmets with one logo on one side. Meanwhile, the Bills, the royal blue jerseys, the white pants, and the white helmets. The Steelers will kick off from right to left. Isabella back deep inside his 5 to receive it for the Bills. It's 21-7 Buffalo for a right to move on to the divisional round of the National Football League. And the second half is underway, and Isabella lets it go over his head and out of the back of the end zone. Let's go down on the field to check in with Ryan Leaf.
Well, I just got done talking with Mike Tomlin, and he was really pleased with how they finished that half, but he was adamant about the turnovers. He says they cannot turn it over again. They have to get a stop here and get points on the board on their first offensive drive.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Ryan. That's exactly what they need to do. Mike Tomlin, who's made the postseason 11 years, 17 straight years to begin his coaching career at 500 or better. Pretty remarkable.
They've struggled in the playoffs, so last 4 losses in a row. Yep. They've given up 35 or more points, so looking to change that.
On first down for the 25-yard line, Allen to throw. Pass is complete to Knox, and then he fumbled the ball. It's picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. They'll say incomplete. And it's time to go. The second half kickoff was sponsored by Charmin. We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin? Whether it's the irresistible cushiony softness of Charmin Ultra Soft or the superior strength and absorbency of Charmin Ultra Strong. Either way, you can't go wrong. And that was awfully close to being just an open field fumble by Dawson Knox.
Boy, the Steelers were hoping it was, because Fitzpatrick picked it up off the bounce and would have been gone, but Knox never controlled.
Second down and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Bills. Moving from left to right. Allen to throw again. Sets up in the pocket. He's hit, and Allen is going to go down. He doesn't even go down. They just blow it dead. Highsmith with the sack for the Steelers, and they move it all the way back to the 18-yard line.
Well, great job. I mean, that's what they needed right there. And Highsmith, who's their second-best pass rusher, no T.J. Watt, and he's going against Deion Dawkins, who's a very good left tackle, and just beats him to the inside. And Josh Allen has nowhere to go.
Third down and 16. They move it back inside the 20-yard line, close to the 18. Sam Martin, by the way, who we said injured himself in the first half, he is getting ready to punt for the Bills. Allen to throw. Throws underneath to Murray. Murray on the near side stumbles forward, and he dives up across the 25 to the 26-yard line before he's stopped. And the Steelers check off objective number 1, and that's stopping the Bills on this first drive.
And that's huge. It's a great job by the defense. They get to stop. They got a little help. Dawson Knox, remember, dropped the first crossing route. And so, great, 2nd and 10, get the sack. And now you set up 3rd long, and the Bills just have to check it down. Now, can your offense respond and go get points?
Calvin Austin stands back at his 31-yard line to our right. Martin gets this one off, end over ends. Austin backpedals inside the 30. He'll return it from the near side along the numbers, avoids one tackler, now another, and he's up across the 35 to the 40-yard line before he's eventually taken down by Dorian Williams. It's a 45-yard punt. It's a 12-yard return.
Sam Martin is not 100%.
No.
He is limping off the field. He could tell even after that punt, it couldn't extend all the way. We'll have to watch that closely.
13:24 to play, third quarter. Buffalo 21, Pittsburgh 7. We'll take a timeout. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
For non-stop NFL talk, there's only one station for you, and that's Sirius XM NFL Radio.
You heard Lamar Jackson say when he first got drafted, they want to get to a Super Bowl. Not only do they want to get there, they want to get there and win.
Brock Purdy, he's the Rodney Dangerfield of NFL quarterbacks. He gets no respect. I don't know what more the guy has to do. His problem is he makes it look too easy.
The road to Super Bowl 58 is on Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
It's Mad Dog Unleashed with Christopher Mad Dog Russo.
Good afternoon, everybody!
Hear the passion.
Be aggressive. Get something done.
Hear the knowledge.
The game, folks, is about 2 plays, and that's what it comes down to.
Hear the personality.
I'm going to start here in an angry mood. Get somebody on the radio!
That has made him a sports talk legend.
Does that make any sense to you? Guys, you're crazy.
It's Mad Dog Unleashed with Christopher Russo. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82, or anytime on the Sirius XM app. The
NFL playoffs are here, and Sports Grid Radio has all the information you need to get the winning edge over the sports books.
There's been a ton of sharp money that's come in, dropped the line way down to as low as 4.
All the lines, odds, totals, and player props for every game, right up through the Super Bowl.
We're not dealing with a total 44.5, 45.5. We're in the mid-50s now.
When it happens in your favorite sport, it's covered on Sports Grid Radio.
I like the over, and I think they'll beat them by 11 or more.
Channel 159 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
This is Dave LaGreca, host of Busted Open, the #1 pro wrestling show in the world. Whether it's WWE, AEW, or TNA, the world of pro wrestling is the hottest it's ever been, and we cover it for you 7 days a week. If you follow daily or want to jump back in, Busted Open is the only place to hear the past, present, and future of pro wrestling, only on SiriusXM Fight Nation, channel 156 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Tom McCarthy and Tony Baselli here in the Grainger broadcast booth at Highmark Stadium. Huddle up with Grainger to get more done. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by one of over 250 branch locations. 13:24 to play third quarter. It's 21-7. Bills on top. Pittsburgh, though, stopped Buffalo on its opening possession of the second half and now take over. Good field position from the Pittsburgh 40. Under center is Rudolph. Harris is in the backfield. A receiver to the right, one to the left. Plenty of time on the play clock. And now we got movement on the right side. Fryer moved. The tight end moved. He just looked antsy.
Number 80, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Now, Freiermuth moved, but first it was Washington who was inside him that moved on the right side of that offensive line. So a 5-yard penalty.
I think, Tom, Washington might have flinched, and then Freiermuth saw it and couldn't hold his water. Regardless, pre-snap penalties will kill you. Instead of 1st and 10, it's 1st and 15. And this crowd making an impact. It's loud down there. It's hard to communicate, hard to hear. You got to really focus as an offensive player.
Austin went in motion off the play fake. Rudolph looking to throw. Middle of the field. It's caught. Pass is caught by Johnson, almost like the touchdown the other day. He's got a first down inside Buffalo territory as Bernard makes the tackle near the 45-yard line. And Bernard is slow to get up. It's a 20-yard gain. And Bernard is sprawled out on the 45. He's holding his helmet as he took a hit as he went to the grounds.
Yeah, it's a lower body injury. He is in noticeable pain. And, again, first down throw. The Pittsburgh Steelers are having success.
21-7, Buffalo is on top of Pittsburgh. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
One of my headlights went out.
We've got the right bulbs right here.
Get in the zone.
Wait, what kind should I get?
How about Sylvania Silverstar Ultra? They have the farthest down road vision, and you can earn a $10 bonus reward when you buy 2.
Get in the zone.
Why get the pair?
Replacing both bulbs will give you the best visibility.
Ah, I see.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply. Offer valid for AutoZone Rewards members.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet on the BetQL Network, weekdays 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is the BetQL Network?
The BetQL Network is where the smartest sports betting talk meets the most entertaining sports betting talk. We call it Wagertainment.
Not bury the lead here. Folks, Jenks is 7-0 this week.
I love ugly football.
This is so degenerate. Is this a live betting game? Listen to the BetQL Network anywhere and anytime on the new and improved Odyssey app, or watch us on twitch.tv/BetQL, presented by the King of Sportsbooks, BetMGM.
Host of Buffalo Bills that have surrounded Terrell Bernard, the second-year pro out of Baylor, former third-round pick. They brought the cart onto the field after he made the tackle of Deontay Johnson inside Buffalo territory. And the concern now is because of a lower leg injury that they're dealing with. The cart is at the 42-yard line. Mike Tomlin, the head coach of the Steelers, has come out as well, just as Sean McDermott has for the Bills. That's how concerning this is. And there was a groan from the crowd as the cart came out of the tunnel to our right. And they've got him up and on the cart as we speak. And Mike Tomlin's clapping his hands on the far side for some encouragement. He comes over, pats him on the back, so do the rest of the Bills players. And now some rounds of applause from the fans here in the stands at Highmark Stadium.
Well, that's one thing. I don't care what team you're on. I don't care if what's going on. When there's a serious injury, regardless of whether it's your guy or the other, I mean, there is concern. There's a respect across the league, and everyone understands when you step on this field that it's a tough, physical, sometimes violent sport, and it's tough. And no one wants to see anyone else injured, and especially a serious injury like this. It's lower body. Yeah. It's bad enough where we're not seeing a replay on television, and you could see the concern of both teams. You talked about Mike Tomlin coming out. Obviously, Sean McDermott was out, and now they're carting off Bernard, and you can hear the cheer of the Bills fans.
Yeah, so he's at the 50-yard line. He's going to head toward the tunnel. He's got his hands, he's got a jersey over the top of his head right now as we speak. From now through Super Bowl 58, stream the NFL on Westwood One for free. Sponsored by AutoZone. You can listen to our broadcast of the NFL live on WestwoodOneSports.com, on the NFL app, by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports, or on our affiliate stations' digital platforms. Make AutoZone your end zone. Check engine light on. Get it checked with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Restrictions apply. Now, the other part of the story is that it's a first down for the Steelers. They trail at 21-7 with 13 minutes to play third quarter. Just outside the 45-yard line of Buffalo, moving from right to left. Rudolph is calling a different play. A receiver to the left, one to the right. He'll drop back to pass. Sets up and fires to his right. His receiver fell down and was nearly intercepted by Elam, who already has one. His intended receiver was Pickens, and he just slipped to the turf.
Yeah, I don't think he slipped. It's like his feet got caught in the turf as he's trying to come back. That was very awkward looking. He just falls down, and Elam almost comes up with it. But with the Bernard injury, again, they've had all kinds of issues at linebacker, injuries this year, so going to have to bring in, it looks like it's going to be Spector who's going to be in for him.
Yeah, Bernard, the leading tackler with 143 on the year. On second down, Rudolph to throw. He's hit as he throws. Pass is complete. He throws it to the middle of the field for Pickens, and Pickens has a first down inside the 35, a gain of 12. Micah Hyde made the tackle. And give credit to Rudolph, because he was nailed as he let that one go.
Oh, big time right there. I mean, you talk about hanging in there to the last possible second. I mean, Rudolph knows he's going to get hit right down the barrel and delivers a strike on the crossing route to Pickens.
So it's first down for the 34-yard line of Buffalo from the near hash mark. Warren checks in the backfield. Tight end left side of the offensive line and the right side. One of those tight ends in motion. They hand it off to Warren, and now the play is blown dead. It's a false start against the Steelers.
Number 80, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's the second one on Darnell Washington, the tight end for the Steelers. It moves the ball back 5 yards. So it'll be first and 15 as the ball goes back to the 39-yard line.
And, Tom, I was wrong. It looks like Spector's out there, but they also... A.J. Klein, who just came up.
The veteran.
He's come in, and you're also going to have, they're going to play Dorian Williams as well, so they got some backup guys in there at linebacker.
First and 15 from the 39. Rudolph to throw. Throws left. Passes complete to Freiermuth, and Freiermuth along the numbers gets to the 30 before he's picked up and taken down. It's a gain of 9 yards. Elam was there to make the initial hit. A.J. Klein was there as well. And Dorian Williams came over to clean it up.
Yeah, took a number of guys to try to bring down the big tight end. Just a little, again, I like what they're doing. Just a little stick route, but they're passing on first down. They tried to come out, establish the run, but with the Bills stacking the box, they're just having no success. And the success they've had where they've been able to drive it is by throwing it on early downs.
On second down and 6. Pistol formation with Warren behind Rudolph. Play clock down to 1. He takes the snap, hands it off to Warren. Warren runs right, back to the defense, goes across the 25, and down inside the 24-yard line. They'll mark him at the 23. He's got a first down. Dorian Williams makes the tackle. It's a gain of 6 yards.
Well, ever since they started throwing early downs, it's softened this defense a little bit. And not a ton of space there, but Jalen Warren just hits it right at the middle, and you can see him spinning, twisting, laying on Buffalo Bill's bodies, just getting what he can, and ends up picking the first down.
First down and 10 from the 23 of Buffalo. In motion is Johnson. Trips to the far side. Tight end left side of the offensive line. They hand it off to Harris. Starts left, cuts back right, slides through the defense, and maybe gets one down to the 22-yard line. Daquan Jones made the tackle for the Bills, as this will take the clock under 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Daquan Jones does an outstanding job just stacking up. I believe it was Mason Cole, the center. He just puts him right into the backfield, two-hand press, nowhere for Najee Harris to go.
Pickens spread out to the right side. In motion is Johnson to the slot to the right side. They hand it off to Harris again, running left. Nothing's there. And he is taken down from behind by Shaq Lawson, who came in from his end position. No gain. It'll be third down.
Yeah, this is exactly the situation the Bills defense wants to put the Steelers in. Third and long, let that pass rush try to get after Rudolph. Obviously passing situation. What the Bills have been doing in these situations, it's playing two high safeties and man underneath. Let's see what they do here. It looks like a single high safety look and man across the board. So don't be surprised if Sean McDermott brings the blitz.
Freiermuth in motion to the far side. 1 for 5 on third down are the Steelers. On third down, Rudolph looking to throw. Rudolph stands in the pocket, throws toward the end zone, and it's deflected, incomplete. Intended for Pickens. It was cleaned up by two different defenders for the Buffalo Bills. Micah Hyde was the lead man, and Dane Jackson was the guy on the backside.
Well, I think Rudolph got fooled there. What the Bills did, they're going to show single high safety. And right at the snap, they drop one of those safeties out, end up too high, man underneath. And so you have underneath coverage over the top against Pickens, and just nowhere to go with that football.
Boswell on for the field goal, a 40-yarder, and he drills it to the right side. It is good, and with that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol. 8:50 to play, third quarter. It's the Bills 21, the Steelers 10. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
As the world keeps changing, so does COVID-19. That's why this season's COVID-19 shots have been updated. They're designed to help protect against recent variants. Learn more about a COVID-19 vaccine option at scheduleacovidvax.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply by February 12th and we'll waive your application fee. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes while giving you a head start on 2024. Earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Pay no application fee if you apply by February 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.
Wake up not knowing what you want? Now you can have a little of everything. With Wendy's Breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can mix and match your very own perfect pairing of our delicious morning favorites. Choose from the sausage biscuit, egg or cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, or medium hot coffee. The choice is all yours, not somebody else's. Get breakfast just the way you want it with Wendy's Breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles today. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
At Progressive, we love sports and saving you money, so we bundled them together.
It's 40 love here in the third set.
And there's the bell. She's coming off the bench hot, looking for a quick knockdown. But wait, she's driving to the hoop. Oh, down goes the champ.
Now that's another double fault. She'll be shooting too. The serve is up.
And here comes the left hook. She's bundled her home and auto insurance with Progressive. Swish Ace Savings TKO.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
As the world keeps changing, so does COVID-19. That's why this season's COVID-19 shots have been updated. They're designed to help protect against recent variants. Learn more about a COVID-19 vaccine option at scheduleacovidvax.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Don't forget to join us Sunday, February 11th for Super Bowl 58. Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner, Dean Blandino, Devin McCourty, Mike Golick, and Laura Oakman will have all the excitement live from Las Vegas beginning at 5 p.m. Eastern. Scott Graham kicks off the pregame coverage at 2 p.m. Eastern. Log on to WestwoodOneSports.com for details or to listen to the live stream for free. If it's Super Bowl, it's on Westwood One. Boswell will kick it off after the 40-yard field goal. Isabella back deep to receive this kickoff. Lets it go over his head out of the back of the end zone. Rye, how's that Steelers sideline right now?
They're pretty hyped. Terrell Austin, the defensive coordinator, was in their ear talking to them about how they had them figured out. We saw it last week. Buffalo played really well early on. Miami started to figure them out later in that football game. And that's something that I'm seeing some similar down here on the field with this Pittsburgh defense. We'll see how they respond on the Buffalo side here on this drive.
Yeah, that's really interesting to see how their body language is changing. Pittsburgh's on the far side of the field. Buffalo's on the near side. It's first down from the 25-yard line. Cook will take the handoff, runs left, cuts back right, gets outside the numbers to the 30. Now cuts to the right to the 35, and he's got a first down after a gain of 11 yards. It looked like he may have been slowed in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage, but it wasn't until Minka Fitzpatrick took him down after a gain of 10.
Well, it's a great run, great vision, little cut by Cook gives him the room. But I'll tell you what I don't like hearing. When a sideline says, we got these guys figured out. Okay, be careful. The worst thing you can say is, we got this, because next thing you know, you don't.
Yeah, Cook, 10 carries, 55 yards. He bursts for a first down. Steelers show him blitz from the outside. They give it to Cook again. Cook goes over the block of his left guard, and he breaks the tackle across the 40 to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Mark Robinson made the tackle for the Steelers as they mark him up to the 41-yard line.
Well, and Joe Brady's saying, all right, let me take a little bit of air out of it and just start running.
Which may open up something downfield.
Yeah, my 1,000-yard back, James Cook, and see if we can change the pace a little bit here and force the Steelers to put that extra guy in the box, get the coverage outside you like, and exploit it.
7.5 to play, third quarter, 21-10 Bills. They hand it off to Cook again. Cook over the block of his center, and he's stopped by Robinson at the 44-yard line, but he's still gained almost 3 yards. It'll be third down and a little more than 1. We mentioned so much about the Steelers rushing the football. Don't forget, Week 9, the Bills averaged 108 yards on the ground, now 154.9. They'll keep it himself, or Josh Allen will keep it himself, but he dives to his left, over his left guard, and he's awfully close. I don't think he got it.
He didn't get it. He did not get it. He had to get in between the 45 and the 46, and he is short of the 45.
But would they do it again, you think?
I think they're going for it. They're bringing out some big people, more tight ends.
Oh, no, here comes Sam Martin.
No, Sam Martin is now trying to hobble back to the sideline.
Oh, man.
And so Sean McDermott is going to go for it in his own territory, just short of the 45. He has to get right in between the 45 and the 46.
On fourth down, less than a yard, 9 of 16 on fourth down. Allen keeps it himself, goes to his left, he stood up and then drives forward, and he has the first down to the 46-yard line.
Boy, oh boy, I would like to see this again.
Wow.
I'm not sure he got there. He gets stood up and rocked.
He's so big, though, and they pushed from behind. Gilliam pushed from behind.
It was the second effort where he gets it. Initially, he has stood up. He's short. And then the bodies come in and just shove him forward, and he gets it by the length of the football.
Nobody's better with that push than the Philadelphia Eagles, but with Josh Allen's body, it's a big one. First down for the 46-yard line from the far hash mark, going from left to right. They hand it off to Cook again. Starts left, cuts back right, but Robinson's there, and Robinson knocks him back. He gets maybe a half yard, so it'll be second down and a little more than 9. Just Capital is an independent nonprofit that helps Wall Street make the world a better place. They measure and track which companies are doing the best job in supporting American communities. Find out more, justcapital.com.
Well, the line of scrimmage was the 46, and now they gained the length of a football.
Yeah.
Not only did James Cook go backwards, the offensive line went backwards on that play.
Yeah, second down, a little less than 10. Ball's just outside the 46. Allen out of the gun, trips to the right, one receiver left. Allen takes the snap, drops back to pass, steps up and fires to his left. The defender fell down, and Kincaid is able to grab it right at the first down marker along the numbers, and he's got that first down. It's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains as the clock moves under 5 minutes to play third quarter with the Bills up 21-10.
Yeah, you talked about the defender falling down. That's Patrick Peterson. He has the responsibility, and Kincaid just puts the brakes on, and as he comes back to the ball, Peterson trying to come out of his brakes slips, and it creates the space. Perfect throw. Very nice execution.
To the top of the Bills logo at the 43-yard line on first down. Allen from the gun again. Cook next to him in the backfield. He hands it off to him. He runs to his right, over his center, and he maybe gets a yard. It'll be second down and 9. Armand Watts made the tackle for the Steelers. And whistle blows. There's an injured player down on the field. It looks like it's one of the Bills' offensive linemen.
And this is a group for the Bills who've been really healthy up front. They have kept those 5 guys, for the most part, intact all year.
Yeah, 1,064 snaps, the most in the National Football League. They'll tend to the injured player with 4:10 to play here in the third quarter. It's the Bills 21, the Steelers 10. We'll take a break. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Shop literally millions of new and used cars on AutoTrader. If you see a car on TV, driving by in your street, in your dreams, whenever, really, pretty much any car you see, you can find one like it for sale on AutoTrader. Looking to buy a home? Get expert advice on finding the right home, making an offer, and the latest market trends from realtors. Listen to Real Estate Today at podcast.realtor. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
The American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage. More donors are urgently needed now to ensure blood is ready at a moment's notice. Make an appointment today to give. Use the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your donation.
Every Westwood One NFL broadcast this postseason is being streamed for free from now through Super Bowl 58 on February 11th. You can listen to our coverage via the official NFL app on WestwoodOneSports.com or by asking your Alexa-enabled device to open Westwood One Sports. Connor McGovern did get up and walked off under his own power, but David Edwards is going to check in for him at the left guard position. Let's check in with Ryan Leaf.
Josh Allen has been spectacular today, and down here on the field, you can really tell how he's using his eyes to dictate coverage. Also means he's got to trust his receivers implicitly because he knows they have to be open when he comes back to them, and they sure have. It's been fun to watch from the sideline, especially from a quarterback's perspective.
It's incredible to think about how he's advanced since his rookie season. Now, I know he turns over the ball a lot, but he also scores a lot of touchdowns, too. And he's precise with a lot of what he does.
A lot of turnovers, but you know what, Tom? I'd take them.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would.
I think most NFL franchises would be like, okay, probably too many turnovers, but more than enough touchdowns. And so far tonight, he has been clean, and he's playing really smart, protecting the ball. And defensively, I think the Steelers got to play more man. Because Josh Allen is just exposing that zone and picking it apart.
Under 4 minutes to play, third quarter, second down and 8. The ball at the 41.5-yard line. Allen looking to throw. Middle of the field. It's deflected off the hands of Johnson and incomplete. It was up there for grabs. There were 3 defenders around it, and nobody was really around Johnson when he dropped the ball. It was just a little too high.
Well, it's zone coverage. They're dropping off, and Ty Johnson's going to just sit down right in between both linebackers. But the ball is high, and that's one, somehow, some way, if you're the Steelers, you've got to come up with it. High balls in the middle of the field that are floating around. Boy, great opportunity to get a turnover, but ball falls harmlessly to the turf.
Third down and 8. Latavius Murray checks in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Allen looking to throw. Pumps to his right. Now looks to his left. Directs traffic. Rolls the pocket to his right. Outside the numbers. Throws on the run. Across his body has Diggs. And Diggs has got a first down inside the numbers at the 29-yard line before he's pushed back. Joey Porter was in on the coverage. And there's an injured Steelers player, Joey Porter, who's down on the field as we speak. And that's just Diggs knowing where his quarterback's eyes were.
Well, that's Josh Allen. That's how dangerous he is, and especially when he rolls to his right. He's most dangerous then. And it's good coverage. The Steelers go man, and there's no separation. Josh Allen has nowhere to go with the ball, but as he extends the play, works to his right, that's where having a veteran receiver like Diggs works back to the ball, mirrors his quarterback, creates just enough separation from Jerry Porter Jr. to pick up the first down. And, boy, the Steelers cannot afford for their young corner to be hurt. And he's had a really good year. He's come in. He's done an outstanding job. He's a big guy for a corner, physical. And he got, I think it was one of the Bills offensive linemen who came in as he's trying to tackle Diggs. I think he takes it looked like he took a shot in the back.
Well, Joey Porter, the rookie out of Penn State, came off the bench the first 6 games of this year, but has been starting ever since. And he's been holding the top wide receiver in check the last 11 games. Now he's up on his feet, and he's slowly walking off the field. He's shaking his head just a little bit. And they'll probably take a look at him for a concussion. Take a look at the back, as Tony mentioned. He's got his helmet off as he walks past the Bills huddle.
You know I'm old when I'm calling the game and I played against his dad.
Yeah. We know you're old, too, when you do that.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, the play results in a first down to the 29-yard line of Pittsburgh with 3:23 to play. They're still waiting for Porter to slowly get off the field. He's on his way to the blue tent. And now they'll wind the clock. He's not even off the field yet, but now he gets to the sidelines. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. This is the 11th play of the drive. Kincaid in motion out of the backfield. So trips to the left for the Bills. Up 21-10, Allen out of the gun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looks to his left, throws to his left, and his pass is broken up, intended for Kincaid. Broken up at the last moment. Landon Roberts was out in coverage and knocked it away.
Big time play by Roberts. Man coverage. He has the responsibility of Kincaid. Kincaid has separation on the corner route. The ball hangs in the air just a little bit. And Eldon Roberts never gives up on the play and sticks. He plays the hands. He never turns around.
He never turned around.
He sees Kincaid reach out, and then he reaches simultaneously with his left hand and knocks that away.
Second down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Cook in the backfield. They'll hand it off to him. He starts right, and he's wrapped up and taken down. It's a loss of 1 or 2 on the play, depending on the spot. Ogunjobi was there to make the tackle. Yeah, it's a loss of 2. It'll be third down.
Yeah, Ogunjobi beats Torrance, the rookie right guard, on the inside move. And Torrance is trying to reach him. And Ogunjobi just jets inside, gets the penetration, and James Cook has no chance. And now you got to get a stop here.
Yep. It's third down and 12. The ball spotted at the 31-yard line. Murray, the running back, is in motion into the backfield. Allen out of the gun, trying to draw them off sides. Barks out a few times. Play clock down to 1. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Looks to his right, throws underneath to his right for Murray. Murray stiff arms and gets down to the 26-yard line before Minka Fitzpatrick takes him down. It'll be fourth down, and it'll be a field goal attempt for Bass. This is the better end of the field as far as the wind is concerned. It was at the back of the place kickers in the first half.
Yeah, really good job there by Cameron Hayward. He gets a nice bull rush working against Mitch Morse and drives him right into the lap of of Josh Allen forces that underneath throw, and then good job coming up and tackle by Fitzpatrick.
45-yard field goal attempt. 4 of his misses this year have been wide to the right. This one, end over end, is good. It sidewinds right through the uprights, and it gives the Bills a 24-10 lead over the Steelers. And with that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol. I don't think it's easy to kick on a day like this. It's not easy to be a fan. It's not easy to be Ryan Leaf down on the sidelines. But that one, watching the replay, actually went through rather comfortably for Tyler Bass.
He splits the uprights, and you called it, Tom. Going left to right is the favorable direction if you're a kicker. And, right to left, we've seen a blocked field goal. We've seen the punts hang up in the air and not get much distance. And the Bills are going the favorable direction here in the third quarter. If the Steelers can make this a one-possession game, so they're down 14, they can find a way to score here with 1:32 in the third quarter, they're going to get the favorable direction in the fourth.
Yep. All right, so Bass will kick it off. Warren is back deep to receive. Iwebuke is back as well. This kickoff, kind of like the field goal, fair catch is called by Warren at the 4-yard line. But the Steelers will get it back. The run to the Super Bowl is on, and NFL Network is your home for the most comprehensive playoff coverage anywhere, all the way through Super Bowl 58. NFL Network, one network, all postseason. And you get a chance to enjoy our buddy Ryan Leaf on the NFL Network from time to time. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Mason Rudolph will bring his team out, down 14, just a 2-score game.
Now listen, you went in, started this third quarter down 2 possessions, so you've held serve if you're the Steelers. Now here's your opportunity to cut into it and make it a one-possession game.
Najee Harris in the backfield, low snap, Rudolph handles it, drops back to pass, dancing in the pocket, throws underneath. His pass is complete to Robinson, but the veteran Allen Robinson is smashed. It's a loss of 2. Dorian Williams came up to make that tackle, and Robinson has no idea that he's in Orchard Park right now.
Yeah, he took quite a shot. They wanted to work. Oh, yeah, his head bounced off the turf when he took that hit, and that turf is really hard. It's been cold. There's no heating system. I mean, we've talked about the weather they've experienced up here, and they did a great job of clearing the field, but it's not like they defrosted it. And on the turf, on a good day, your head bounces off of it. It doesn't feel good.
And I know Ryan's down on the field. I was walking down on the field earlier today. Roger Goodell was feeling the field to see how hard it was. But it is. It's almost like cement at this point in the night.
Yeah, he'll go right to the blue tent. He's being helped off, and based on kind of the body language and how he is being helped off, and it looks like are they going to take him right to the locker room? They're not even going to the blue tent. I'd be surprised if we see Allen Robinson again today. Mason Rudolph off the play action fake wanted to get Deontay Johnson, but he was doubled on the right side. Elam was underneath, and there was just nowhere to go. Micah Hyde, I believe, was over the top. Had to check it down, and nothing good happened.
Second down at 11. Rudolph out of the gun. He's hit as he throws. It's a wobbler to his left, incomplete. I guess you could say it was intended for Calvin Austin because he was in the vicinity. But it'll be third down. Epinesa was there, and it looked like he was the one who applied the hit.
Yeah, Epinesa's working from the right defensive end position. Doesn't get any real pressure. He's kind of stuck at the line of scrimmage. What he does, he just works down the line of scrimmage, almost like a running back, finds a hole and comes up right through it and is hitting Rudolph as he's trying to throw the ball.
52 seconds to play in the third quarter. Clock is stopped. It's 24-10 Bills. Rudolph out of the gun, a receiver to his right, 3 to his left. Takes the snap, knee high, drops back to pass, looks left, has time, steps up. He's hit from behind, throws on the run. Pickens has got it at the 41 in the middle of the field. What a grab. George Pickens has a first down and then some. It's a gain of 19 yards.
Oh, my goodness. Is George Pickens good or what? The Bills are going to run cover two. Two high safeties. There's nothing there. And you got Pickens working the left side. He just kind of meanders to the middle of the field. And Rudolph, as he's trying to get away from the pressure, sees it at the last minute. He throws that ball, but it's behind Pickens. And Pickens reaches those long arms up above his head and behind him as he's getting contact and somehow catches it.
On first down, they hand it off to Pickens on an end around, and Pickens sheds the block of Ed Oliver. He's on the outside to the right. He's got a first down and more, and he goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line, and that'll widen the clock into the end of the third quarter after a gain of 15. Williams made the tackle. Some great blocking by Mason Cole. And at the end of the third quarter, it's the Bills 24, the Steelers 10. But the Steelers are moving the football. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Welcome back. All right, Jimmy, our Army veteran, for $400. Are you ready to answer the next question?
Actually, I'm good.
Huh?
Well, I already earn and save $473 a year on average with Navy Federal Credit Union. So, yeah.
All members of the armed forces, all veterans, and their families can earn and save more every year with a Navy Federal membership. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Dollar value based on the 2022 Navy Federal Member Giveback Study.
Running your own business can feel a lot like running a one-person relay race. When you've got to expand your team, share the baton with Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform has smart tools to help you attract, screen, and hire quality candidates to your roster. And they don't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. Nix the hassle. Start hiring. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit to expand your team today.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 58.
Get closer to the game of golf with PGA Tour Radio on SiriusXM, Channel 92, and the all-new SiriusXM app.
Tracking towards the cup, and it goes in! Super Wildcard playoff doubleheader on Westwood One. The Eagles versus the Bucks. Kevin Kugler and Kurt Warner are standing by. They'll have all the action from Tampa right here on most of these same Westwood One stations via the NFL app on Alexa-enabled devices or online at our website, westwoodonesports.com. Along with Tony Baselli and Ryan Leaf, I'm Tom McCarthy. It's 24-10. Bills on top as we begin the fourth quarter. The Steelers down 14 with the ball at the 42-yard line of Buffalo. Pittsburgh has come from behind in 8 games this year. 4 of those wins have come when they were trailing in the fourth quarter. They trail it by 14.
I mean, Tom, give this Steelers team a ton of credit. They were down 21-0, and I thought they had no chance.
I'm with you.
They're right in it.
Warren in the backfield. Out of the gun is Rudolph. It's first down for the 42-yard line. Taps his foot. Takes the snap, hands it off to Warren, who explodes over his left guard, pounds off one defender, and then keeps on going to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. That was a hard run by Warren.
Oh, my. I mean, just running through. I mean, that's Najee Harris's job.
Yeah.
And here's Jalen Warren saying, I got some power for you. I'm not just a scat back. I mean, he lowered his shoulders and delivered several blows to the middle of that Bills defense.
He's back in. Harris is. As Warren is out of the gun, off the play fake. Rudolph to throw. Now he'll scramble. Scrambles to his left. Goes inside the 35 and then slides toward the 30-yard line. A.J. Klein makes the tackle, but he's got a first down. It's a gain of 6. He doesn't run that often, but he picked a pivotal time to pick up the positive yards there.
Yeah, and much different than Josh Allen.
Much different.
He was looking, okay, let me get past the sticks and get down. He saw A.J. Klein going in and saying, I want none of that smoke. I'm going to get down. Where Josh Allen, we've seen, he lowers the boom and says, here I am.
13:45 to play fourth quarter. Bills up 24-10, but the Steelers are moving the ball. Harris in motion out of the backfield to his right. Play clock is under 5. Trips to the right. 2 receivers left. Rudolph out of the gun. Takes the low snap. Looks left. Throws left. Passes complete to his left for Deontay Johnson, who then curls inside the numbers to the 20, to the 19. Dorian Williams makes the tackle. It's a gain of 12. And we just received a report that Taron Johnson is in the blue tent for the Bills. That's a huge loss for them in the secondary.
Well, remember, they're playing today without Rasul Douglas, who was inactive because of the injury from last week.
And Taylor Rapp is out, too.
And Taylor Rapp, so they are working deep into the secondary with some young guys and some backup players. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Miles Boykin in motion. They hand it off to Harris. Runs to his left, misses one tackler, and then spins down. Dorian Williams will be credited with the tackle after a gain of 3. Ed Oliver was there to clean it up. So second down, they're going to say 8 officially. It looked like it was a little more than that, but it'll be second down and 8. And again, don't forget the Steelers threw a pick inside the 5-yard line in the first half. They're inside the red zone again here. Well, I mean, you're looking at this game right now, and you got the Steelers inside the red zone, as you just said, down 2 scores, but losing the turnover margin by 2. And if they can stick it in here, Tom, you have a 1-possession game, and it'll get interesting.
Second down at 8. Warren in motion out of the backfield. Rudolph hitches to his right, throws toward the pylon to his right for Pickens, and he dropped it. As snowballs come flying in, he dropped it. How about this? Deontay Johnson is livid because he was wide open between the L and the S of Bills in the back of the end zone.
Well, looking at this throw, and you have Dane Jackson on the coverage. He's trying to go to his big-time receiver Pickens, and again, snowballs flying in during the play. Good coverage, though. Very contested, and Pickens looks like he gets one hand on it, just cannot find a way to bring it down.
Play clock down to 5, 3rd down and 8. Warren in motion in the backfield. Play clock down to 1. Rudolph takes the snap out of the gun. Looks to his right, throws right. He's got a pass complete to Johnson. Johnson stumbles outside the 10, inside the 10 of the 9. He's got a first down. That last effort slid him past Jordan Poyer, and he was able to pick up the first down.
I mean, that's big time. I mean, he's 3 yards short when he catches that ball. And somehow he just puts the brakes on. He's got 3 Bills defenders around him,
including Cam Lewis.
I mean, what an effort and what awareness by Deontay Johnson to understand right where the sticks are, what he has to do, and he picks it up.
11.5 to play in the fourth quarter. 24-10 Bills. It's 1st and goal from the 9, though, for the Steelers. Harris in the backfield. Bunch formation to the right. They hand it off to Harris, runs to his right, trying to find a crevice of daylight. He does, and he gets down to the 6, maybe the 7. We'll see where the spot is. Tim Settle made the tackle. It's just a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
And, Tom, right now, if I'm Mike Sullivan, let me back up. If I'm Mike Tomlin, I'm in the ear of my play caller, Mike Sullivan, and telling him, you have 4 downs to figure out. I think they cannot walk away with just a field goal here.
Just a field goal, right.
They have to find a way to get in the end zone.
10:45 to play and counting fourth quarter. 24-10 Buffalo. Harris in the backfield. Bunch formation, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rudolph takes the snap, looks left, throws toward the goal line. Pass is caught. Touchdown Steelers. Calvin Austin. He has pulled the Steelers within 1 score with 10:32 to play. Here in the fourth quarter, it's 24-16.
Boy, nothing fancy there. Calvin Austin's just going to work straight up the field and find a soft spot in the zone. And Rudolph does an outstanding job of getting the ball out of his hands quickly. And here we go. 1-possession game. Fourth quarter. Now the pressure's on the Bills.
Here's the point after by Boswell. Soft snap, handled well. The kick is up, and it is good. And it's 24-17 with 10:32 to play in the fourth quarter.
A little pushing and shoving, and a flag was thrown.
Okay.
Now, this is big. If this is against the Steelers, it'll back them up 15. And in this weather, could create a field position advantage to the Bills.
Well, let's wait and see what the referee, Carl Cheffers, decides after he talks to the other officials.
Can they even understand each other?
Well, he's pulling the mask down.
There we go. After the play was over, unnecessary roughness, number 65 of the kicking team.
Oh, man.
The extra point is good. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Dan Moore is called for the penalty. So 10:32 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's the Bills 24, the Steelers 17 for the right to move on to the divisional playoffs next weekend. We'll take a timeout. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Sunday, February 18th, the Daytona 500 is coming to SiriusXM NASCAR Radio.
Daytona 500, baby!
The most revered race of the year.
Let's go!
Starts a new season of NASCAR.
That's this aura about it. How you race is going to be different.
40 drivers, unlimited excitement.
Charging to the inside!
And one place to hear all the action.
SiriusXM NASCAR Radio. Channel 90.
In the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Let's go, boys!
Don't miss MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training beginning in late February. When the football season blows its final whistle, it's baseball's time to shine. Tune in as we visit with all 30 teams on site across Arizona and Florida. Hear from the star players, managers, and front office executives. MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training begins in late February on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
The end of an era in New England.
When the sports world is talking, nobody gives you more perspectives than the experts of SiriusXM.
It will be someone other than Bill Belichick along the sidelines.
Hear instant reaction on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
This is the single greatest run in the history of professional sports. It will never be duplicated.
And expert analysis on NFL Radio.
24 years of sustained success. It was just magical.
Live sports talk when you need it is on SiriusXM in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Basketball season is heating up on NBA Radio.
A spectacular move by LeBron James.
We break down the latest news every day.
It's unfair to sit there and be like, well, I mean, we're missing our best players. You got two other superstars.
And bring you the best games every night.
Tatum gallops into the paint and flushes hard with the right hand.
And in just a few weeks, hear wall-to-wall coverage from 2024 All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio Channel 86 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Tom McCarthy and Tony Baselli here in the Grainger broadcast booth at Highmark Stadium, where the temperature is -4 with the wind chill. For the ones who get it done, there's Grainger, offering over 1 million industrial-grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop on by. It's 24-17, Bills on top of the Steelers with 10:32 to play here in the fourth quarter. All right, so the Bills will get it back, and there was a 15-yard penalty that'll move the football back to the 20. That's where Boswell will have to boot it. Remember, the last drive for the Bills was 7 minutes and 18 seconds. They would take something like that right now to chew up some clock and maybe get some additional points here, up by just 7.
Well, this is how, I mean, that was a huge penalty. The unnecessary roughness, which was completely unnecessary. It's after the play. You got the points, and now you're going to probably give really good field position to this Bills team.
Isabella back deep to receive. He grabs it at the 10, stumbles forward, then gets back to his feet to the 15, now to the 20, dives forward to the 30. That's eventually where he is after a 20-yard return. Let's check in with Ryan Leaf.
Well, we've been talking about Taron Johnson. He's being evaluated for a head injury as he headed back to the locker room. But that takes away 3 of their starting corners for tonight in the back end. Rasul Douglas didn't go. Christian Benford is out. Taron Johnson, the second-team AP slot cornerback. You're asking Cam Lewis to do a lot of work there. He was not able to cover as they got that touchdown to get within 7.
Yeah, it is huge. Injuries have been huge.
Well, and you talk about corners. It looks like no Joey Porter Jr. He got hurt on the last drive, and so he's not out there right now.
Rowe showing blitz. Allen drops back to pass on first down for the 30-yard line. He zips it to the left side. His offender fell down, Kincaid, and the pass was uncatchable by about 15 yards, but the flags come in.
Yeah, they need to talk about this. That ball is 10 yards out of bounds.
Like not even close.
I don't know how you call pass interference. It's not even, I mean, there's nobody on planet Earth I mean, Shaquille O'Neal isn't going up to get that one.
Shaquille O'Neal on Shaquille O'Neal's shoulders couldn't have caught that one. Maybe on the shoulder.
They got to pick this flag up. I mean, that is not even close in the field of play. I'd like to say, I thought they got their legs tied up, and that's what happened. I mean, this is an easy call.
And there's 5 Steelers who are saying it was uncatchable that are in front of the officials. They're trying to get them away while they talk about it.
Well, Tom, and this is where New York watches all these games. They have the officials on the field. They have a bunch of officials on the sidelines as backups. This is where they need to communicate and say, guys, that wasn't even close. Everybody watching this game right now on television is saying uncatchable. When it's that obvious, you pick up the flag.
Patrick Peterson signaling it. So is Cameron Hayward. Now, here we go.
Holding, number 16, defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
All right, so that does change it because instead of being pass interference, it's holding, which happened before the pass was thrown. So that's how they're justifying it.
Yeah, I'd like to see that too, because that's not where the flag was thrown. The flag was thrown at with the contact when the ball is 50 yards over his head. And I'm looking right now. It's Miles Jack, and he definitely grabs him. I'm fine if that ball is catchable, but it's not.
On first down at 10, they hand the ball off to Cook, and Cook goes over the block of his left guard. He pirouettes at the 42 and then goes forward to the 44. It's a gain of 9 as the clock will wind under 10 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter with the Bills up 7, 24-17.
Yeah, and there's some frustration on the Steelers. You got Larry Ogunjobo going out and literally talking to the official about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage, saying, I am being held.
David Edwards, eligible lineman, in motion to the right side. Bunch formation to the right. They hand it to Cook, who bursts over the block of his center, Mitch Morse, and gets across the 45 to the 47-yard line, a gain of 3. COVID-19 can keep you on the sidelines. If you're more likely to get very sick from COVID, ask your doctor if prescription oral treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com, sponsored by Pfizer.
Well, the Bills had all their big people out there. David Edwards was the 6th offensive lineman those first 2 plays, and we just saw them running right down the throats of the Steelers defense.
9:10 to play, fourth quarter. Tight end left side of the offensive line. In motion is Diggs to the far side at first down. And Allen will keep it himself. He'll run across the 50, inside the 45, down inside the 40. And he's got a first down to the 39-yard line. Actually, they'll mark him at the 40. It's a gain of 14. Allen comes out, signals first down, trying to get the crowd riled up. His legs certainly are a weapon.
He took a big hit. Michael Walker comes in and finishes the play, but not until the fullback / quarterback, Josh Allen, picked up the first down.
7 carries, 72 yards for Allen, including a 52-yard touchdown run. Cook checks back in. 8:25 to play, fourth quarter. 3 receivers right, tight end left. Cook moves from the left to the right. They throw it quickly to Diggs along the numbers on the right side, and Diggs goes down to the 35. And he's eventually taken down after a gain of 5. Marcus Golden makes the tackle. That's kind of like a run play right there.
That's exactly right. Just a little wide receiver screen. But they're still not in field goal range.
No, we saw that before.
Yeah, this is the direction they were going when they got the block, and that was a 49-yarder. Right here it'd be a 53-yarder. But if you're the Steelers defense, you've not gotten a turnover today. And boy, do you need one right here.
Cook is in the backfield, trips to the left, 1 receiver right. Allen out of the gun on 2nd down and 5. The ball at the 35. And now Allen's changing the play. The play clock is at 2, now 1. He fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and slides forward as Jack comes in to knock him down. His feet were already down. Here come the flags. And Miles Jack is going to get called for unsportsmanlike conduct, going to the head of Josh Allen as he slid forward and gave himself up.
Yeah, I don't know if he hit the head. I think he hit him in the body. I'd like to see that, Tom. And this is like, I don't know what you're supposed to do if you're Miles Jack.
I'm with you on that.
I mean, you got Josh Allen coming downhill at you. He hasn't slid once all day. And now he's going to slide at the last minute and you're supposed to pull up. You put the defender in such a tough position.
Personal foul, number 16, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
Well, the penalties have certainly hurt the Steelers, not only on the point after on the last touchdown, but also the couple of penalties on this drive. They'll move the football down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line in the middle of the field, the 18-yard line of Pittsburgh, with 7:31 to play here in the fourth quarter.
And this is, it's so tough to play defense already. But when you have a guy like Josh Allen, and by the letter of the law, that's the right call. But
right.
Boy, a late slide with him, I don't know what you do.
On first down, they hand it off to Cook. Cook runs left, cuts back right. Minka Fitzpatrick comes up to make the tackle. It's a gain of maybe 1. It'll be second down and 9 as we'll wind under 7 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. The Bills would love a touchdown, but more than anything, they'd like to make this at least a 2-score game.
Well, they are definitely in field goal range. So if you're the Steelers, you're trying to get a turnover. But the last thing you can do is give up a touchdown because it just nullifies what you just did offensively.
Second down and 9, a gain of 1. Cook to the left of Allen, middle of the field. Allen directs traffic. Going from right to left, takes the snap, chest high, drops back to pass, throws middle of the field, pass is complete to Shakir, who breaks the tackle for Minka Fitzpatrick, spins to his right, along the hash marks to the right, across the 5, down inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Bills. Khalil Shakir was stopped by Minka Fitzpatrick, but then stayed on his feet, kept his feet moving, and goes into the end zone. It's 30-17 Buffalo.
Wow. What a play by Shakir. I thought he was down.
He was.
Fitzpatrick's one of the best safeties in the NFL. He comes up, it looks like he has Shakir after a short gain, and somehow Shakir keeps his balance, puts his hand on the turf, and then just a little pivot, works back to the right, and then just evades 2 or 3 Steeler tacklers and gets into the end zone.
17-yard touchdown pass from Josh Allen, who has 3 today. Bass is on for the point after. Good snap, good hole. Kick is on its way, and it is good. And the Bills back to a 2-score advantage, 31-17, with 6:27 to play here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Did you know cooking nuisance alarms are the #1 reason for disabling smoke alarms? Introducing First Alert Precision Detection Alarms. Updated to the latest industry standards, these alarms feature new precision detection smoke alarm technology to help better distinguish cooking smoke and steam from a fire emergency while providing early warning in the event a fire breaks out. If it's time to replace your alarms or you're ready to upgrade, visit firstalert.com or your local Lowe's store to help protect what matters most.
Don't miss out on limited time appliance deals during the closeout event at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save an extra $100 when you spend $999 or more on all major appliances. Hurry, these deals are too good to last long. Shop in-store or online today. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid 1/4 through 1/24. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for details.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The copyright of today's broadcast of the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited. 31-17, the Bills on top of the Steelers. If the Bills win, they host the Chiefs next week.
It'll be the Chiefs' first road playoff game in Patrick Mahomes' history.
This place is going to be nuts if that's the matchup.
That is crazy.
And meanwhile, the other AFC matchup will be the Texans under C.J. Stroud, who I know you saw twice this year.
Scary.
He's scary how good he is.
Yeah, he's special.
They'll be in Baltimore to take on the Ravens.
They had a week off, getting healthy and feeling good about themselves as the number 1 seed. But back to this game, Tom, you got 6:27 left. And if you're the Steelers, you got to go hurry up.
Yeah.
You got to go play fast because you need 2 scores. You got all 3 timeouts, but you got to get in the end zone as quick as possible and expect the Bills to play a lot of 2 high safety coverage, man underneath. That's what Sean McDermott likes to do.
Kickoff goes over the head of the return men out of the back of the end zone. The NFL playoffs are here, and the road to Super Bowl 58 started this weekend. Super Wildcard Weekend presented by Verizon. Don't forget, the action continues. One more game coming up from Tampa. The Eagles and the Buccaneers. Visit NFL.com/schedule for more info. All right, let's see if Mason Rudolph and the rest of the Steelers have a come-from-behind victory in them. As Tony said, the Bills will probably be somewhat conservative defensively. Rudolph out of the gun, hands it off to Warren, running to his left. Epinesa has him from behind and stops him for no gain with 6:20 to play. Leonard Floyd was there as well. It'll be second down at 10 from the 25. Rudolph again from the gun. It is Warren in the backfield, not Harris. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Rudolph takes the snap, drops back to pass, throws. Freiermuth has it at the 30, outside the numbers to the right. He's stopped by A.J. Klein. It's a gain of 7.
Freiermuth is hurt.
Yeah,
he's limping back to the huddle. He's trying to get off the field, and he's going to make it. The Steelers are in hurry up. And in that situation, he should have just gone down because it's outside 5 minutes, so the clock would have stopped.
Well, now they got to use a timeout.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Freiermuth should have gone down. Because if he goes down, they stop the clock, and you have all the time in the world to get the right personnel in. Now, if it would have been under 2 minutes, I get it. You're trying to get off the field because you don't want to burn a timeout. But outside of 2 minutes, just go down.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's trying to work it off on the far side of the football field. He's limping back to his teammates, and now they're calling him off the field.
But that's where you have to have awareness of the situation as a player. Now, it's hard when you're fighting your tail off and you got hurt. I get it. But that's a big timeout because you need those timeouts that if you score, you can use them when you're on defense.
They're down at 3. They need to get the first down. It's 4-down territory, down 31-17. Warren comes in motion into the backfield. Rudolph out of the gun, taps his foot. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Pressure's coming. He doesn't see it. He throws. His pass is complete to Warren to the left, and Warren's wrapped up and taken down about a yard shy of the first down marker. Leonard Floyd was in the kitchen of Rudolph. A.J. Klein made the tackle. It'll be 4th down. They're going to say 4th down, about 2.5.
Yeah, they need. I thought he had a little more forward progress, but they're going to say no. And now here's the ball game. If you're the Steelers, you have to pick it up here and try to move the sticks and give yourselves a chance in this game.
4th down at 3. They need to get to the 35-yard line. Whistle blows, and a timeout called by Buffalo with 4:53 to play here in the 4th quarter. It's 31-17. Now that'll give both teams a chance to regroup. Again, if the Bills win, the Chiefs will come to Orchard Park next week. And that would mean the Texans will go to Baltimore to take on the top seed Ravens. Chiefs dominated the Miami Dolphins this past weekend. All right, so the timeout is over. Both teams leave their sidelines. The Bills sideline is to the near side. The Steelers sideline's on the far side. 4:53 left to play in this 4th quarter. DeMar Hamlin checks in late. So that means they've got to get a player off the field. It's Dorian Williams who gets off. Hamlin is the single high safety standing back at about the 48-yard line. Rudolph sends Harris in motion. Rudolph out of the gun. Throws a slant to Pickens. He can't hang on fourth down, and the Bills will take over. Pickens felt like he was held by Dane Jackson, and the Bills are celebrating. They were already starting to celebrate, but now the murmur is turned into a heartbeat.
Yeah, and I think Pickens has an argument here, and I'd like to see that again and see the replay of that, because it sure felt like he was a lot of contact there. I believe it was Dane Jackson on the slant. I thought he had his hands around the body of Pickens, but no call. And now the Bills aren't too far away from field goal range to make it a 3-possession game.
31-17, under 5 minutes to play. Allen under center, trying to keep his hands warm. Now he goes back and says something to Ty Johnson, who's in the backfield. Shakir is to the left, bunch formation to the right. On first down, they hand it off to Johnson. Johnson, who corrals the football, goes right up the middle inside the 30 to the 29. By the way, don't miss all the NFL excitement on CBS next week when the Bills, looking like they're going to host the Kansas City Chiefs. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 58 on CBS. You can also hear that game right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at westwood1sports.com.
And Tom, I just saw the replay again of that fourth down call, and it sure looked like to me that Dane Jackson had hooked the waist and turned Pickens as he was trying to run through on that slant.
Allen slowly goes up to the line of scrimmage. He's under center. Johnson in the backfield. Diggs left side. They hand it off to Johnson, running to his right, getting to the edge, trying to get some daylight. He's got it, and he's out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. It is a first down, and the clock stops. 4:02 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Well, now your only chance, if you're the Steelers, you got to get a turnover. And so every tackler has to come up and start punching at the ball. And, maybe if you're the first guy, try to stand him up. But at this point, it's desperation time. Go after that football and see if you can get the first turnover of the game.
David Edwards checks in as an eligible lineman. He's on the right side of the offensive line. Johnson again in the backfield. They hand it off to him. He'll stay in play this time, and he's stopped right up the middle. No gain on the play, and a timeout called. Ogunjobi made the tackle. Timeout called by the Steelers with 3:57 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Ogunjobi, we've called his name a couple times today. On the interior of that Steelers defensive line does a good job. And Mike Tomlin using his second timeout to stop the clock. But Tom, outside of the turnover,
right?
I mean, I'm not sure. We don't have too much of a chance right now with the Bills in pretty makeable, pretty easy field goal range. Now there's weather, and we've seen it. We've seen one block already going this direction. But this is well within the range, even in poor weather, of Tyler Bass.
Second down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Johnson in the backfield. Diggs to the left as a receiver. Allen low to the ground, takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson. Starts left, cuts back right, inside the 15, inside the 10. He's down to the 9-yard line. He's got a first down, and the clock will wind. 3:45 and counting to play. It'll be first and goal from the 9-yard line of the Steelers.
Yeah, big offensive line just moving bodies, and Ty Johnson doing a good job of just working the middle of the field, ball security. And now the Bills just taking their time, meandering to the line of scrimmage, let all this play clock just kind of go down and snap it under 5.
Allen under center has it, goes to Johnson again, hit in the backfield, and Johnson's taken down by Cameron Hayward. It'll be second and goal. He lost 2 on the play. The Steelers have not used their final timeout as the clock winds under 3 minutes left. Here in the fourth quarter, it's 31-17 Buffalo, and this score is going to indicate that the AFC will take out a piece of chalk and just mark up the board.
Well, and the AFC games haven't been that close either. This has probably been the closest one this wild card weekend. It'll be interesting to see the divisional round.
Allen is calling an audible. He's got two tight ends to the right side plus an eligible receiver. Allen will hand it off to Johnson. Johnson runs to his right, and he's stopped after a gain of 2. It was Mark Robinson who made the tackle. It'll be third down, and a timeout called by the Steelers, the last one for Pittsburgh with 2:24 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Well, give the Steelers credit, though. I mean, they were down 21-0, and it looked like they were done. And I think as you look back on this game, the 2 turnovers in that first half, Tom, are really the difference.
Yeah, particularly the one inside the 5-yard.
When you were inside the tight red zone and that interception by Rudolph, and it was a situation where the Steelers went empty. It's just not who they are. But they went empty, and Rudolph staring down Deontay Johnson, and Elam came up with the interception, and that's probably the biggest play of the game.
Third down and goal, the ball at the 9-yard line. Allen under center, puts both hands on the side of his helmet. One on the left, one on the right, takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson dancing to his right, not much is there, and he's taken down. Eric Rowe, who's come in and has been a huge help for the Steelers defense. He takes him down after no gain. And it'll be fourth down as the clock winds 2:05, 2:04. Josh Allen will walk over to the sidelines as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. With the Bills on top 31-17. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
Screeching brakes? Safer stops? Start with Duralast. New Duralast brake pads and rotors provide longer life and more stopping power when replaced together. Duralast brake pads have reduced noise and corrosion resistance with a limited lifetime warranty. Duralast rotors are designed for quiet, safe stops and meet or exceed the performance of the original rotors on your vehicle. Find Duralast only at America's #1 brake destination, AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome back. All right, Jimmy, our Army veteran, for $400. Are you ready to answer the next question?
Actually, I'm good.
Huh?
Well, I already earn and save $473 a year on average with Navy Federal Credit Union. So, yeah.
All members of the armed forces, all veterans, and their families can earn and save more every year with a Navy Federal membership. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Dollar value based on the 2022 Navy Federal Member Give Back Study.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply by February 12th and we'll waive your application fee. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes, along with more than 125 degrees and certificates in in-demand fields like business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. Gain the skills and credentials you need to achieve your career goals. Pay no application fee if you apply by February 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.
Shop literally millions of new and used cars on AutoTrader. If you see a car on TV, driving by in your street, in your dreams, whenever really, pretty much any car you see, you can find one like it for sale on AutoTrader. Looking to buy a home? Get expert advice on finding the right home, making an offer, and the latest market trends from realtors. Listen to Real Estate Today at podcast.realtor. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
Don't forget that next week we will have all the excitement of the divisional round of the NFL playoffs featuring doubleheaders on both Saturday and Sunday on most of these same stations. Our coverage kicks off at 4 p.m. Eastern on Saturday and 2:30 Eastern on Sunday. Log on to WestwoodOneSports.com for more details or to listen to the live stream for free from the Wildcard round all the way to Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. The NFL playoffs are on Westwood One. Bills are going to attempt a 27-yard field goal for Tyler Bass from the far hash mark, kicking from right to left. It's fourth down and goal from the 9-yard line. They're up 31-17. This will double up the Steelers, who made it a game here in the fourth quarter. Good snap, good hold. Oh boy, it's not a good kick. It's off to the left. Somebody better duck in the stands because it came nowhere near the net or the goalpost. It's no good.
Tom, that looked like one of my drives on the first tee when I played golf with the old snap hook out of bounds. That, as they like to say, wasn't even close.
No, it was not even close.
I was going to say, just a bit outside, but
a bit outside of a lot of things.
Yeah, I was going to say it didn't threaten
the goalpost.
It did not threaten the goalpost.
The only thing it threatened was somebody in the 7th row.
Someone might have got hurt. I mean, that ball came in hot. You weren't paying attention.
All right, so now the Steelers down 31-17 with 1:57 to play. Rudolph out of the gun, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. They take over on the 20-yard line of Pittsburgh. Rudolph to the middle of the field. Pass is caught up to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. A.J. Klein made the tackle of Connor Hayward. Freiermuth was banged up on the last drive. It's 2nd down and 5 from the 25-yard line. Rudolph looking to throw again underneath to Harris. Harris tries to break a tackle, and he gets outside the numbers to the 34-yard line. Jordan Poyer made the tackle after a gain of 9 yards.
So right now, if you're the Bills, just keep everything in bounds.
Yeah, and everything in front of you.
And everything in front of you.
Yeah. 1:20 and counting to play here in the 4th quarter. 31-17 Buffalo. Rudolph takes the chest-high snap out of the gun, throws to his right, incomplete. Intended for Calvin Austin, who's nowhere near him. Stops the clock with 1:13 to play. So 2nd down.
And I think at some point here, maybe right now or as soon as possible, I think I just tell Pickens to run as far as he can, as fast as he can down the field.
And just see what happens.
And just throw it up. I mean, the guy is so long and so tall. He's 6'3" and long arms, and just say, hey, go up and high point and let's see what happens.
He's lined up close to the Bills sideline on the right side. Rudolph steps up in the pocket, throws underneath, incomplete, intended for Harris. He was being harassed in the backfield. It was Ed Oliver who was there. Von Miller was there as well. It'll be 3rd down from the 35-yard line. 1:09 to play here in the 4th quarter. And give credit to these fans. This place was packed. It didn't look packed early on, but then as the game got closer, all the seats were filled with snow and people, and nobody sat down, because they couldn't sit down.
Well, there's no more snow in the stadium because they threw it all on the field.
They did throw a lot on the field, yes. 31-17, Buffalo, 1:09 to play. Freiermuth is back in the game for the Steelers. Rudolph out of the gun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, pressure's coming, zips it to the middle. Freiermuth has it, and he's out at midfield before he's taken down by Micah Hyde. It's a gain of 15 yards.
And for whatever reason, Pickens is just kind of jogging off the ball on that play and not really involved, and Freiermuth just works the middle. Rudolph finds him, but if I'm Mason Rudolph, I'm yelling over to Pickens saying, get in the huddle. And I just say, listen, I'm throwing it to you this play. Run as fast as you can, as far as you can, and go find a way to catch it.
Well, he's back in after they spiked it on 1st down, so it's 2nd and 10 from midfield. Moving from left to right, 52 seconds left. Hayward in motion, the tight end. 2 receivers to the right. Rudolph out of the gun. He's hit as he tries to throw. Now he breaks out of the pile, sets up again and throws. Incomplete. Intended on the near sideline for Austin. There's a flag that came in, and I'm wondering if Rudolph got hit in the helmet, if that's what they're going to call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 91. Defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic. 1st down.
It's Ed Oliver who's called for the penalty, although it may have been Leonard Floyd that may have made the contact, but both were in the area.
Yeah, I just saw the replay. It's Ed Oliver.
Is it?
It's not only a shot to the head, it's late. Unnecessary completely. And Rudolph immediately looks over at Carl Sheffers and says, are you going to call what you just saw? And Sheffers immediately drops the flag. It's the right call.
So 1st down from the 35-yard line, moving from left to right. Rudolph directs traffic, brings Miles Boykin into a tight end position on the left, takes the snap, drops back to pass, has time underneath to Harris. Harris tries to break a tackle, he does, and he's outside the left hash mark. Jordan Poyer slowed him up. He's down to the 30, 5-yard gain.
But Tom, right now, this is a waste of time.
Pickens was already in the end zone. He didn't get back in time. So Rudolph out of the gun. He rolls the pocket to his left. Flags come in, and Rudolph is going to get out of bounds at the 27-yard line. That looked weird. Pickens was down in the end zone and didn't hustle back and had to go off the field at the 20-yard line.
Well, he did that earlier, too. I'm telling you, I've watched him a couple times because I don't understand with his talent, his length. It does not look like to me that he's running full speed. I don't know if something's wrong or if he's just disinterested. But that time, you're right. He's running I believe it was a post. He's in the end zone.
Illegal substitution, number 19. Offense. Came off the bench. Did not get inside the numbers as required. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Yeah, and that is all because Pickens is not hustling back to the huddle. And so because of it, they got to run out Calvin Austin. It's not his fault. It's last minute. Clock's running down, and now you have 20 seconds. So even if you score right here,
you have no time to do anything else.
You get an onside, you have maybe a chance to throw one Hail Mary.
Second down and 10. Rudolph out of the gun, drops back to pass, throws long toward the end zone to the near side. Pass is incomplete. Short to Deontay Johnson. It'll be third down with 14 seconds left to play.
Well, actually, Deontay Johnson almost had a chance. The ball is underthrown. He works back, but just can't get all the way. Dane Jackson in coverage, and I'm not sure why they have not tried that earlier, taking deep shot. Now George Pickens is back in the game. And if they get tackled in the field of play, this is it.
Yeah, no timeouts left for the Steelers. They're down 31-17. 14 seconds to play. Harris out of the backfield, tight to the right side of the offensive line. On third down and 10, Rudolph takes the snap, drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, trying to run away from Von Miller, stumbles, and he's wrapped up and taken down by Jordan Poyer. And that should do it. 5 seconds left. Poyer and Rudolph are tied up. Snowballs come flying, and the Buffalo Bills, thanks to a 31-17 victory over the Steelers, will return to the AFC divisional round, where next week they'll take on the Kansas City Chiefs here at home.
Mahomes Allen
again,
right here in Buffalo. First time in the playoffs that they're not meeting up in Kansas City. We'll see if that changes the outcome. But boy, that's what you want. Two of the best quarterbacks battling it out in the division round.
In this atmosphere
Oh,
as well.
It's going to be rocking. Tom, this place will be going crazy. Let's just hope there's not another polar vortex or snowstorm like we had that delayed the game.
Let's go down to Ryan Leaf.
Hey everybody, Ryan Leaf here. I got rookie tight end star Dalton Kincaid, who had a big game, another touchdown catch. Tell us about that coverage, and did you guys see it all week and take advantage of it?
We knew they were going to show us a form of junk Tampa, and we had that play lined up. Josh and Kyle Allen were looking at film earlier in the week and knew it was going to come, and just great play call at the right time.
It was a heck of a play call at the right time. What's it been like in your first year coming to a place that has such a rich history and then getting together with a quarterback that absolutely is the leader of all leaders?
It's a lot of fun playing with the best quarterback in the league. Should be the MVP, but just a lot of vets on this team, offense, defense, special teams, so grateful to learn from all of them and just, take tips and advice.
The last few weeks of the season, you guys really had to buckle down. The huge win last week now allows you to host the Kansas City Chiefs next week in the divisional round. How big of a deal is that?
Playing at home's fun, so I know Bills Mafia will be out here today. They'll be out here next week as well, so looking forward to it.
How was this cold weather for you? Are you all right with it?
Us Pac-12 guys, we played in the elements, so not too bad.
We have Dalton Kincaid, everybody, rookie tight end extraordinaire for the Buffalo Bills.
All right, Ryan, thank you very much. Yeah, it was outstanding. I mean, he kind of set the tone. He and Dawson Knox in the first half with their 2 touchdown receptions. He mentioned Josh Allen. Allen, 21 of 30, 203 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, Tony, but 8 carries, 74 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. He had 277 of the 368 total yards for the Bills today.
And maybe the biggest stat for Josh Allen, 0 turnovers. I mean, and Ryan Leaf said it earlier, when Josh Allen doesn't turn it over, they were 16-0. Well, make it 17-0. They are tough to beat with Josh Allen playing a clean football game because you know he's going to score. I mean, he scored more touchdowns than anybody else in the NFL the last 2 years. He can throw it. He can run it. You know, we heard Kincaid say he's the best quarterback in the NFL. I'm sure some people from Kansas City will argue that next week with Mahomes coming to town. But he's one of the best, I promise you that.
Well, it'll be Mahomes and Allen part 3 in the postseason, but for the first time here at Highmark Stadium. I mean, if you're the National Football League, you're embracing that matchup.
Well, they talked about it all offseason that there's a script. Well, the script writers got it right, having Mahomes, Allen in Buffalo, Bills Mafia. The place is going to be going crazy. It's to go to the AFC Championship. And Mahomes has knocked Allen out a couple times in that situation. And this time, it's going to be on the road, and Josh Allen has a chance for a little bit of payback. I think it's going to be an outstanding game.
All right, meanwhile, for the Steelers, they finished with 3 straight wins to end the regular season. They did put up a fight in the fourth quarter, but they come up short.
Turnovers. 2 turnovers. They could not. We talked about it. No way they were going to win this game losing the turnover battle. The biggest one being 2nd and 5. They had a chance to go in, get points on the board, and Mason Rudolph threw the interception. Elam broke on it, made a great play. But on the road in the playoffs against a team that has Josh Allen, you cannot lose the turnover battle, and that's the biggest difference in this game.
Yeah, it turned out for the Steelers, 324 yards of total offense. Meanwhile, the Bills, 368 yards of total offense. Tony mentioned the turnovers. The Steelers turned the ball over twice today, and that helped the Bills not only milk the clock, but also extend their lead in the first half. They jumped out to a 21-0 lead, and then the Steelers came to life in the fourth quarter, but they held them off. But the Bills win it by a final score of 31-17. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs right here on Westwood One.
Hey, it's Michael Fabiano. The playoffs are here. The stakes are higher than ever. And there's no better way to turn playoff football's big game energy into 100 times your money than Prize Picks. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less in their projection for a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. It's that easy. You could turn $10 into $1,000 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Get in the lab and cook up your winning entry. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks is matching your first deposit up to $100 when you download the Prize Picks app and use code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Back here at Highmark Stadium, the Bills have finally left the field. They were doing some celebrating with Bills Mafia. Dalton Kincaid finished up his interview with Ryan Leaf, and he was over to our right talking with a lot of the Bills Mafia, slapping high fives with them, eluding some snowballs, which continue to be thrown up in the air and down on the playing field. But the Bills win it by a final score of 31-17. By the way, some numbers for the Steelers. Mason Rudolph, 22 of 39, 229 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Freiermuth led the way receiving with 76 yards. On defensive side, Minkah Fitzpatrick, we mentioned that he had been banged up, and Fitzpatrick bounced back today. He finished with 10 tackles for the Pittsburgh Steelers in today's game. But the story was Josh Allen and, of course, the Buffalo Bills, because Allen accounted for 277 of the 368 total yards for the Buffalo Bills. And they were able to ice this game in the fourth quarter, which turned out to be the big deal for them, Tony, that they were able to ice this game in the fourth quarter. Ryan, you got some final thoughts, buddy?
You know, I can't get over how just dominant Josh Allen is. And the way his teammates just adore him. Everybody around him knows he's going to make plays. They have no difference versus him making those turnovers or him being the guy that he was tonight. He's the big reason why they got the win. Also, talking with Von Miller after the game, he talked about how deep their defensive line is. And because of those injuries on the back end, the ability to get to the quarterback with a lot of fresh bodies is going to be a huge factor next week taking on the Chiefs here at home.
Yeah, and they are banged up. I mean, they're going to have to deal with some injuries going into that game against the Chiefs.
Well, Rasul Douglas did not play because of injury last week. Benford went out. And also, Teron Johnson left the game late. Now, that's one thing against the Steelers, who are not known as a proficient passing team. I mean, that's not what they want to do. Well, all of a sudden now you have Patrick Mahomes coming to town. Now, it's a different Chiefs team. They are built to win with that defense because they don't have the weapons outside they once did. But still, Mahomes with a bunch of backup guys in the secondary, that could be an issue. Watching the injury report for the Bills this week
it's going to be a big deal.
Is a big deal because they are beat up on the back half.
Speaking of the Bills' defense, A.J. Klein, who was just brought up from the practice squad, veteran, no doubt linebacker, finished with 11 tackles in today's ball game. He was very active for the Bills defensively today.
Well, listen, the old saying, next man up. Well, the Bills are living that on defense right now.
And the matchup against the Chiefs, I think your point is interesting, that it's a different matchup between the Bills and the Chiefs because the Chiefs are different.
They are different. Play great defense. Steve Spagnuolo has done a great job. Chris Jones up front. You got L'Jarius Sneed outside at corner, who's an outstanding player. What a matchup between him and Stephon Diggs. But offensively, it's still Mahomes. I mean, to me, he's the best quarterback. Taking nothing away from Josh Allen. Josh Allen is 1A. He's right there. But they also have a guy in Pacheco who's running the ball really well right now. So it's going to be a different feel. I don't think it's going to be the high-flying bunch of points. I think it's going to be who can get the big stops, who cannot turn over the ball, make that critical mistake. But you're going to have two of the best, Allen versus Mahomes, right here in Buffalo.
Final score, it's the Bills 31 and the Steelers 17. Let's send it back to Scott Graham in our Westwood One studio. Scotty?
All right, thank you very much, guys. Heck of an interesting development in the AFC that we've got. Who is facing one another in the divisional round? How do we get there? Well, Bills playing at home against Pittsburgh Steelers team that fought to get into the playoffs and figured out a way to get there. That's what Mike Tomlin teams do. Buffalo came into this ball game, though, with a division crown and at least one home game, possibly two. They came out on their first drive of the ball game and marched 10 plays and 80 yards in a nearly perfect first drive that Josh Allen finished off with his arm.
Gets second down from the 9-yard line. Allen looks to his left, throws to his left, has Dawson Knox wide open. Touchdown, Bills! It's a 10-yard pass to the left, and Buffalo, celebrating with snowballs in the air, takes a 6-0 lead.
Early lead for the Bills in this one after the extra point, a 7-0 ball game, and they added to that lead less than 3 minutes later. How? Well, there was a turnover from Pickens that originally was not called a fumble, but on a challenge it became a fumble and a recovery for the Bills. Took Josh Allen one play to find Dalton Kincaid from 29 yards out. The touchdown paid off the turnover, and the extra point made it a 14-0 game. The big turn in this game, though, came in the second quarter, and it came at the end of an 8-play, 80-yard drive. But that's kind of deceptive because the final 52 yards of the drive were a time capsule for what the Bills quarterback is capable of doing. It's time for the Wrangler highlight of the game.
Play clock down under 10, game clock at 7:15. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. Isabella in motion. Allen takes the snap. Now he'll keep it himself. Running to his left. Inside the numbers. Gets to the 40. Cuts to his left to the 30. 25-20. Big man inside the 15. Sidelines inside the 5. Touchdown, Bills. Josh Allen, a 52-yard scamper. He bounced off a couple of defenders, and he gives the Bills a 20-0 lead. And snowballs go flying in the air yet again.
That is the highlight of the game, sponsored by Wrangler. 75 years of history and still blazing trails. Check out Wrangler.com today to discover new styles and all the latest denim trends. Wrangler, for the ride of life. That was a play for the ages. But Buffalo got a field goal attempt blocked, trying to go up 24-0, and the Steelers scored a touchdown late in the second quarter to make it 21-7 at halftime. After the teams exchanged field goals early in the fourth, the Steelers made this a game again.
10:45 to play and counting fourth quarter. 24-10 Buffalo. Harris in the backfield. Bunch formation. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rudolph takes the snap, looks left, throws toward the goal line. Pass is caught. Touchdown Steelers. Calvin Austin. He has pulled the Steelers within 1 score with 10:32 to play. Here in the fourth quarter, it's 24-16.
Extra point made it a 24-17 game, but the ensuing drive, orchestrated by Josh Allen, took the Buffalo Bills into Steelers territory, and then a missed tackle basically put the game away.
Allen directs traffic. Going from right to left, takes the snap, chest high, drops back to pass, throws middle of the field, pass is complete to Shakir, who breaks the tackle for Minka Fitzpatrick, spins to his right, along the hash marks to the right, across the 5, down inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Bills! Khalil Shakir was stopped by Minka Fitzpatrick, but then stayed on his feet, kept his feet moving, and goes into the end zone. It's 30-17 Buffalo.
That basically, for all intents and purposes, ended the ball game at the 6:27 mark. The extra point was good. There were opportunities for the Steelers, and they did keep the game alive late, but they couldn't get into the end zone again. And the Buffalo Bills win this ball game by a score of 31-17. Season comes to an end for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mason Rudolph throws for 229 yards and a touchdown, but also an interception in the ball game. And the questions abound about Mike Tomlin and what the future looks like. We talked about it with him during the course of the week. The questions about whether or not he might potentially step away. We'll find out as we move on. We'll wrap things up when we come back. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Chris Brockman here from the world-famous Rich Eisen Show, and the playoffs are now. The stakes are higher than they've ever been, and there's no better way to turn the playoff football's big game energy into 100 times your money than Prize Picks. Just select 2 or more players. Pick more or less their projection for a wide variety of stats and place your entry. Boom! It's that easy. You could turn $10 into $1,000 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Get in the lab and cook up your winning entry. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks is matching your first deposit of up to $100 when you download the Prize Picks app and use the code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
You've been listening to Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs. Today's broadcast sponsored by AutoZone, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Grainger, by Progressive Insurance, by NFL.com, and by BetMGM, the official odds provider for Westwood One. Please gamble responsibly. I want to thank our crew for this afternoon. Studio coordinator Art Martinez, studio producer Nick Pope, statistician Paul Bracci, our spotter Mark Videla. Our production assistance provided today by Nick DeLuca, engineer Jake Robinson, producer Dave Hagan, production supervisors Aaron Cummins and Brian Finkelstein, coordinating producer Mike Eby, and the executive producer of Westwood One Sports is Howard Deneroff. Stay tuned. We've got Game 2 of our NFL Wildcard doubleheader up next. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Kevin Kugler, Hall of Famer Kurt Warner, and Taylor Davis standing by to bring you all the action. Catch every NFL postseason game right here on many of these same stations, the NFL app, or stream live for free on our website, WestwoodOneSports.com. The wild card round all the way to Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas, the NFL playoffs are on Westwood One. Once again, our final score from snowy Buffalo. The Bills survive and advance, beating the Pittsburgh Steelers 31-17. Now for Tom McCarthy, Tony Vaselli, and Ryan Leaf, I'm Scott Graham. Thanks for joining us. You've been listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.